Because that happened
Yeah,
at almost 11:30.
AEW All In surpassed WrestleMania 35 as the longest pay-per-view event from a major promotion. AEW All In clocked in at 6 hours, excluding the 2-hour pre-show.
What was 35 though? What was 35?
Wasn't 30? I thought 35 was at MetLife, and I thought that wasn't that long. I thought there was longer ones. Wasn't that the triple threat match with the women's championship at the end?
By the way, we're live, by the way.
Are we? All right,
yeah.
Cool.
Look up 35 for us, Rich.
So, being you're just tuning in, I am complaining about the length of time that AEW All In was. I'm not going to complain about the show, but I mean, dude.
You ain't got to go in the intro just yet. You're about to say, keep the research. We're going to circle back to the intro.
I'll just shut up. I'll let you do your thing.
Since you half-ass watch AEW All In.
It's true.
Breaking my heart. One of the best events of the year. Tragic. There
was one great thing that came out of it. We'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll circle back to it.
Oh, that was it.
Which one?
It was 35. And that was the one Becky Lynch defeated Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in a winner-take-all triple threat match.
I thought so. Wasn't that New York?
That was in MetLife, New Jersey.
Yeah. I thought so.
Being that long.
Oh no, that was a damn marathon. I remember being in my buddy crib. Like he cooked out on the grill and stuff that night, and like that joint, we sitting out front, and he got his door open so you could see and hear everything. And we got to the point where we like, damn, it was about going on 8, and like we still outside. So then we go in, and we like, damn, yo, like what time is y'all going on? Like they was only still on like the third match by then. Like I forgot what that entire card was, because that was also Kofi and Kofi and Daniel Bryan too?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, same card. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was another Mania. I think it was Roman and Triple H in the main event. That was like a marathon too. There was a period of time when they just went 5, 6.
It was when they were on their own network. When they had the WWE network, they could go as long as they wanted.
Yeah. Right. Damn, that was good times, man. I missed the WWE network.
Do you remember the day that the WWE network went live?
Mm-hmm.
I still remember the exact day, like you felt like a little kid on Christmas morning.
That's funny.
At that time, I was in ITT Tech. I remember that, sitting in the classroom scrolling through the network and shit, and being like, "Oh shit, they got this on there."
Yeah.
Was 30 the first one on the network? Was it 30 or 31?
I think it was before that.
No, I was about to say, yeah, because the network was around for a minute. Hold on, let me see.
No, I think it's 30. I think they debuted WrestleMania weekend with Daniel Bryan winning the championship, that WrestleMania 30. I'm pretty sure.
29 was MetLife, right?
Yeah, and they didn't have it at that time.
What year was 29?
Oh, now you want years too?
Whatever year, it was like 2014.
Whatever year you were in IT school.
That was 2014.
Okay, then that's 11 years, 11, 41, 30. Yeah, it would be 30.
Yeah.
The Eagles ring has been released.
Oh, they finally showed it.
Pictures have been dropped.
About time. But they've been tight-lipped like the entire ceremony. Remember last year, you had BG and Autumn was on live, like showing everything. But...
yeah, Ringo's on live right now, showing everything.
Oh yes, I knew somebody was. I was like, not one person is on live, like showing the ceremony. Total violation.
I'm ready to come up to Rich's territory this weekend and get into some fights with some Giants fans.
That's right.
Oh boy, don't you start.
I'm going to Zach Bryan on Sunday at MetLife, and he's also an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
So one of the lyrics in his song, it goes, "How lucky are we? It's been a hell of a week." So I got a shirt made. It's a picture of the Eagles hoisting the Lombardi trophy, and it says, "How lucky are we? It's been a hell of a year."
Nice.
Nice.
Because the musician is also an Eagles fan,
Okay.
so it fills in. But
I,
any Giants fan that starts me, I'm just going to say thanks for Saquon.
Listen, me as a Giant fan, obviously Eagles winning is not a highlight, but seeing Patrick Mahomes get
Yeah,
destroyed, that just I think was
I think
worth.
that's
You can see
everybody's
past everything.
silver. That's everybody's silver lining right now, right? Is damn the Eagles won, but at the same time, Patrick Mahomes got destroyed,
Yeah,
so it's a lose-win situation.
yeah.
listen, I love seeing that play with Jalen Carter. You know, grabbing him and
Oh, it smacks him in the fuck.
yeah.
The best, the best moment to me was when the Eagles they foul the fourth down conversion, and Sirianni goes, "Let's go for the jugular, right? Let's
Yeah.
go for the knockout punch." And they're all like, "Should we do it? Should we do it?"
You're like, fuck
And
it.
Sirianni was like, "Do it." And then they go over top with Devontae Smith to kind of put the game away for
Yeah.
good. That game was over at halftime, though.
It
Oh
was.
yeah.
The Chiefs left that field defeated.
Oh yeah.
You
Big
could see
big
it in all
time.
their faces at halftime. That they were just. It was definitely. It was going to be very hard coming back. I didn't see them coming back.
That was the greatest Eagles team ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think it's a debate.
And we're not done. More to come.
Bro,
More to
did
come.
you see the stats for the team this year?
Mm-mm.
The defense, the average age for the defense is 24 years old.
Oh shit. Damn.
And the
That's
only reason
insane.
it's that high is because Zach Bond skews the numbers because he's 28. Zach Bond is the oldest starter on the Eagles on defense at 28 years old.
That's amazing.
So if you
That's
took
actually.
Zach Bond out and you started Jahad Campbell, you're probably looking at an average age of like 23, 22.
That's pretty scary.
That's insane.
That's scary
That's
if
what
you
I'm
stay
saying.
healthy and you're young and you stay. That's
Yeah.
scary when you
And
think
then
about
on defense, their average age is only 27.
Mm.
Well, offense, I mean.
Offense.
Offense, the average age is 27.
And that's probably because of Lane.
That's probably because of Lane, exactly.
Yeah.
And just think, if that guy they got from the Texans, the guard, Green, I think his last name is, if he can for Gardner Johnson, if he can fill in a little bit of what Becton was.
Oh, you talking about from oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
one we
same
traded
thing.
we
Yeah,
traded Gardner Johnson for.
right,
If
right.
Stoutland can be the person that everyone knows he is,
Yeah. Which I think he will.
yeah,
Like I definitely think he'll be the
yeah,
one to get him in to get him right. It seems like everybody that come in and works with him, like they seem
yeah.
to get right.
Like
Like,
Malata would never be who he is
oh yeah,
without Stout.
right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Shoot.
excited to see Pryor back here too. Maybe Stout can turn Pryor back into a comfortable starter.
Yeah. If that happens, he might get a couple of snaps here and then he'll probably walk.
Yeah.
Nah, I can
That's
see
what's
that.
gonna happen. That's why they do this, right? They bring these guys in who have high ceilings but never really panned out quite what they are. So when they walk at the end of the year, the Eagles get compensation picks.
Mm-hmm.
That's their
Exactly.
new way of building this team, right? Because they got to pay all their guys right now, so they can't afford to sign free agents.
Right.
So they just keep replenishing in the draft by getting these compensation picks.
Right.
It's a pretty
Right.
good formula.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well,
working.
on that note, we do got training camp literally right around the corner.
Next thing we know
Football.
though, they'll ban compensation picks because the Eagles do it too well.
Oh
Yes.
gosh. Nah, they ain't gonna go that far. Because
They're trying to ban the tush push.
I was just about to say tush push, man.
I love when they say
everybody take advantage of those picks.
the tush push uh, is not good for the players' safeties. And they've never once presented a piece of data that shows anything agreeing with that number. That play does not have a higher injury rate than any other play in the NFL. to come out and say it's because of the safety of the players is bullshit. Goodell's a bitch.
Oh gosh. Well, anyway, we do got training camp around the corner. We also got SummerSlam around the corner, 2 weeks away, going down at MetLife, where you said you'll be in about a week or so. So
No, Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, my fault. Sunday, but going up there in Giant territory. I will say one little violation before we dive into the turnbuckle talk. We literally already are all over the place, and we already 10 minutes in.
That's the best type of podcast, though. You know what I mean? It got that conversation feeling.
Right. I was looking at how everybody was, dressed going to the ring ceremony. Everybody, decked out. Our MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback decked out. Suited up. Our RB1, trust and believe. I totally respect him. I respect his game and everything. But bro, did you really have to come to the ring ceremony like with the shirt and tie and almost like the varsity jacket on though? Like, come on, bro.
Really?
Yeah, you ain't see it. Check the photo
No,
out.
I didn't see it, but I guess it makes sense of where he grew up and where he was raised and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
He wearing the Eagles varsity jacket.
yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like he was like what, like Reading, Lancaster area. You know what I mean? Like,
Did he ever say he came up as an Eagles fan? Has he ever said that?
I
I'm
mean,
just
he
asking.
did kind of say that like he was so excited to come to the Eagles and stuff. And I know his daughter, when they said that he's wearing green now, his daughter told him, "Does that mean we win now?"
Yeah, I remember that when he first signed with us. Yeah, but no, I'm like, come on, man. Like everybody suited up, sports blazer up. Like my man pulled up with the varsity jacket on and whatnot. Like I was like, come on, man. Like I
Listen,
know.
when you rush for 2,000 yards,
Mm.
you can come bare ass naked if you want to.
Oh, stop.
Dick just flopping in the wind.
Oh, come on, TMI, bro. TMI. TMI.
We-
Like,
Yeah, this is the longest 7 minutes I've ever experienced in my life.
oh god.
Leave it to Joey to make it go off the rails. He's good
It's
at
All
been
the
that.
12
time.
minutes since the last time I.
No, we ain't going there. What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic and Hot, alongside my guys, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Rich Michaels, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson, maybe joining us momentarily, about 7 minutes late, but nevertheless,
7 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
No, 7 minutes, like 20 minutes ago.
nevertheless,
That 7 minutes in heaven's gone a little too long.
we are still steps coming to you live
that was a good spin on the bottle he got.
on a phenomenal Friday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. I mean, we already like literally shooting the shits. Just it's that summertime season, so we got a lot going on across the board in the world of professional wrestling. Oh, I see. I was there with you. I was there. Shout out to the Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince. But yeah, summertime. We got a lot going on. Great week of pro wrestling, as we all know. When we talk about this episode, like we talk about the world of AEW and All In, Evolution. What else went on this week? Evolution. Seth Rollins getting injured.
That is Goldberg.
Yeah, Grumpy Goldberg. we got a Roman Reigns return on Monday at Raw, and then we got a action-packed pay-per-view going on this Sunday with TNA Wrestling's Slammiversary going down in New York. Mr. Rich Michaels, I know you'll be in attendance, and this is actually going to be one of the largest attendance for TNA Wrestling. What was it, like over 10 years, they said, or 15 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. I remember, seeing
Did they reopen up the upper level?
They did. So they had so the USB Arena there's two different UBS Arena has two different. You have the floor, you have the hundreds and the 200s. So they had the floor and they had the hundreds, and now they just opened up the 200s too now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same spot that we watched World's End at, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, World's End was at the Coliseum. We watched what did we watch? It was another AEW event that we watched. I don't think it was World's End though.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
World's End.
I think that might have been World's End.
Was it World's End? Well, then they had one at the Coliseum too.
I didn't go to one at the Coliseum.
There was a Coliseum one. And
Yeah, I didn't go to that one
there too, though.
But we were at World's End together. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was no.
2023, right?
That was World's End because that was when Stephanie fought Mercedes. When they did the AAA, when they brought in AAA and New Japan.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that was it was AAA at that time, right?
Yeah, she was with
AAA.
Yeah, that was definitely AAA. But yeah, so yeah, man, Slammiversary going down in New York. So we're gonna talk about that. But first things first, we'll talk about one AEW All In. I mean, it's Friday. I'm pretty sure everyone been beat up as far as talking about, having a conversation about All In Texas, and we already know someone, in this window didn't really watch all of All In. Total violation. Breaking my heart, man. It's like, nah.
Dude, I didn't have 8 hours to kill, dude.
Hey, man. So, like, you got to find a way. There's a will, there's a way.
All right.
You can somehow manage to watch it. Like, look. Joey saw Rod Stewart, and he still saw AEW All In.
Dude, I was just picturing that. You were at the concert watching it. So the music's going on. You're just there on your phone watching it.
Yep.
That had to be. What was your dad saying?
He kept looking over.
Songs playing like, since you've been gone, holy shit.
When I see you tonight. Wait, what the fuck was that?
It was like, forever young. Then fucking, meanwhile, in the background, just fucking, Hangman just fucking obliterating John Moxley's skull with a pick.
Joey was chanting to Rod Stewart, "You sick fuck."
Listen, the amount of Bengay he had on that night, I could have chanted at him.
It was that the aroma was that bad.
The aroma just smelled in the entire arena. I guess people realize that hill at the man is no joke, and they needed that Bengay to.
Oh man, look, that's what I was saying.
Listen,
like,
that was so long. I thought it would be over by the time I got to the parking lot. That shit went all the way until he went on.
Oh wow,
like, that's insane.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like him at the man is like.
Well, they couldn't do PB&T.
Okay.
Because Creed was there that night.
Oh, okay.
It was Creed and Daughtry.
Were they playing any WWE vignettes over there?
Isn't that them? There goes my hero. Is that Creed?
No, that's not Creed. If I'm not mistaken,
that's
ain't that Fuel?
What is Creed? That one song they performed at Dallas that one year.
That's My Sacrifice.
Yeah, Sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
No, you thinking about Foo Fighters, Joey.
Yes, that is yes.
Yeah. I was about to say I knew it would begin with an F.
Yeah.
Don't judge me, anyone. They're like, wait, how did you know that?
Someone's watching like, damn, this brother knows his alternative rock.
I love music too, by the way. I do. We could do a music show at one point. but yeah.
Chris is down there at the Wu-Tang waiting to come out. That's why he's not on.
He probably is.
You gotta go see their last concert ever, right?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought about reneging on this show and actually buying a ticket.
Yeah,
I thought about it. I was like, damn, man. I was like, it's tonight. Like,
I mean, they're older, but they ain't like old enough to say it's their last tour ever.
I'm sure they gonna have one more run.
Oh yeah.
That's just like how like the rock bands when they saying like their final run. Like Kiss,
that's what Rod Stewart said. Rod Stewart, this is his last tour ever, so we'll see.
Kiss had 27 You mean final runs? Like, stop it.
That's like that guy from the Frankie Valli.
Oh
yeah.
God,
He's
yeah.
90. He's still going. His lips barely move. He sings like this. And it's like he's just like a fucking statue on stage, and people still go. I'm like, you stupid motherfuckers! You can play the radio and have the exact same concert.
Seriously. Well, look, hey man, he putting the work in. He like, I mean, he probably let AI put the work in now.
He don't even know where he's at, bro.
Like, what
His
city is
handlers
this?
are just carrying him out on stage and like, just stand here and act like you're singing.
Oh wow. Can you imagine if they put him in a WWE ring, like as like a special guest or something? like, what city is this?
That might be the first time you see a human combust. And just pick him up for a powerbomb, he just fucking disintegrates in the dust.
Stop it. Like, what happened?
What do you think was gonna happen with a 90-year-old fucking man that looks like he's made of rubber?
Stop it.
When we're done this show, look up Frankie Valli. His last concert. I swear to God, it looks like a rubber figure.
Oh wow.
Like an animatronic. He doesn't blink or anything. He's like this. It's the scariest shit in the world, bro.
Look, I'd have walked out like, I'm good. Like,
Speaking of scary shit, did you see the report that came out?
which one?
WWE will have a house at Halloween Horror Nights in Universal this year.
What?
Really?
They haven't said
wow.
what it is yet, but people are speculating it's one of three things. It's either a tribute to Bray Wyatt, it's either Undertaker, or it's the Wyatt Six. So
Interesting. There was something that came out not long ago that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. I saw it popped up on Fightful. I have to look it up.
That would
and
be
one
cool.
more thing before we jump into the actual events that we're talking like current topics of wrestling. There was a report that came out today actually that maybe pointed that Seth's injury is not legit. The report said that the plan was to have him play injured, job out to LA Knight, trick the fans into thinking he's out for a while, and then come back during the CM Punk Gunther match and cash in and win the title. That came out today, and I don't know how true that is, or if they ended up working themselves into a shoot. You know what I mean? Like that was the
Right.
plan, but then Seth really did get hurt. But that's what I read today was that he wasn't. The plan was that he was going to fake an injury, be off TV for a couple weeks, and then shock everyone and cash in at SummerSlam.
Interesting.
Because it kind of it keeps along with the storyline where if CM Punk wins at SummerSlam, Seth comes out, and you know what I mean. The history there between the two writes itself.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
I don't know, but why? Wait, what does it say?
No, Michael Kaepernick. So Ozzy just had his final show with Black Sabbath, and they had to strap Ozzy to a throne. He was because he couldn't stand
you
up.
leave Ozzy alone. That man has stage 5 Parkinson's.
I'm surprised
Shouldn't be
he's
performing
still
then,
going.
But they just so when after he performed, someone extracted just his voice,
Yeah.
and he actually sounded pretty good still.
Let me ask you a question: Are Ozzy and Ric Flair about the same age?
No, I don't think so. If they are,
Who's older?
I think Rick's older, but if
No, I
they
gotta look at
are,
this. Hold on.
if they are, like, I don't understand because Ozzy we know did crazy amounts of drugs, and he looks far less worse than Ric Flair.
Fully.
So Ozzy is 76.
I'll tell you what, for all the shit he put his body through throughout his life, he obviously his body is broken.
Dude, they're the same age. They're
I
both
thought so.
70s.
I thought so.
And I mean, the only reason that Ozzy is the way he is because he has stage 5 Parkinson's. Right? So but holy shit.
I thought so. I'm like,
You got Ric Flair who's shitting himself in bars.
You just partied a little too much. Woo!
About
You
to say,
mean woo?
Woo!
prayers to the nature boy. You know, he just has a couple of procedures done not
Did
long
he?
ago. Yeah.
He keeps getting skin cancer, right?
I don't know if it's, you know what I mean, with the skin cancer, but yeah.
It's sad too, because like with his last match and all this other stuff, Ric Flair really was a great talent. He really was like one of the best to do it. And I feel like the last couple of years, just with everything kind of tarnished.
Hey, look, we've been ribbing our guy. He reposted the stream. Where you at, Chris?
Yeah, where you at?
He's
We
at
calling you
Wu-Tang.
out. Are you at the
But
Are you at the Wu-Tang
honestly,
concert, Chris?
if you want to get technical, like in my eyes, nothing after Flair Michaels exists in Flair's career.
Yes,
Honestly,
I can see that. Yeah, agreed.
like didn't he have a match with, was it Hogan or Foley at Lockdown? He had a couple of TNA matches, right?
We
Did
talking
he?
about we talking about
Flair
Flair?
definitely had some
Yeah.
TNA matches.
Yeah. No, that's 100% accurate.
I
'Cause
just blocked everything. You know, I liked that last WWE run. He was in a kind of champion. Then, like after Shawn Michaels, I just kind of like stopped, watching because, like you said, it should have ended there.
Because he was
Yeah.
in a few. He was in a few with Jay Lethal back at that point.
Yeah, remember when he copied him and shit?
Yeah.
That whole last feud that he had in WWE, where Vince McMahon proposed that idea where the next loss would be his last and stuff, that was excellent. That should have just been the way he went out.
Yep.
Honestly, he should have just went out with Sting because prior to that Andrade match, him and Sting from Impact was his final match.
Was it?
Yeah.
Where was that at?
That was in 2011 in Orlando. Yeah, he should have just ran with it from there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all good.
Do me one last favor before we dive into All In.
Before we dive into All In, 25 minutes later.
Sting's age.
Sting.
Steve Borden.
That's right.
I'll tell you one thing, the dude
66.
Wow, really? Goodness gracious.
He moved like that his last match at 66 years old. Bravo.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
He went through a glass pane at 66.
That's crazy.
But Sting was one of those guys that you could tell, like, always like kind of like took care of himself. You know what I mean? He was never really like regardless of what he was into, he was never like making headlines or any like.
Yeah. Well, he
like
said that too. Like, he was very family oriented, right? If he wasn't on the road, he was home. He was home with his kids, going to sports and stuff like that. So
that's wild. Damn, Sting 66. Oh man.
I think he was older or younger.
For some reason, I was thinking maybe like late 50s, but then about late 50s, about the age area I was thinking
Well,
about.
just think from a logistics standpoint, right? I'm 30, and when I like got in this thing, he was already black and white face paint.
Right. True.
So I was about 5 at that point in black and white face paint.
Actually, violation on myself because he definitely should be 60 because I remember him from blonde hair box buzz cut Sting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was 80. When was that?
That was like late 80s.
Late 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't him and Ultimate Warrior tag team?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That is a fact. Yeah.
Guys, I'll tell you what. So far, it's my favorite show. Just bullshit about wrestling. Seriously. This show flows so good.
Yeah. Already 29 minutes in. And
we talk about wrestling the whole time.
That's a fact. And Rod Stewart, who would have thought?
Wrestling, Rod Stewart, and the Birds.
Yeah, right. and Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang don't die.
Chris, we we all just came to an agreement that
How was the concert,
to
Chris?
the Wu-Tang concert.
Shit, I wish. Yeah,
I was
compared to
going
the other shit I'm dealing with, I wish I was at the concert.
I was gonna say, yo, just go live from the Wells, man. Oh, I'm sorry, from the Xfinity. Since it's no longer the Wells Fargo
Yeah.
Center.
Wu-Tang like the Goonies, never say die.
Yeah, right.
It's not the Wells Fargo Center no more.
No, they got the naming rights changed.
They sold it, yeah. They sold the naming rights.
Let's see what is it Xfinity Center or
Xfinity Mobile
Center
Arena.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's just horrible.
Yeah. Nothing beats the FU Center.
Yeah, that was
back in the day.
That was the best. The FU Center was the best.
When it was the first Union Center.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Wait, do you know how old he was, bro?
Shit, I mean, even when it was the first Union Center, I was like, what, 2001?
That was like 2000, bro.
Joe was in diapers.
2000, I was 6.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. How can he remember that? Remember when we were in high school?
I know. That's
remember that Wachovia
Center.
Center.
Remember it. Yeah.
Remember the Wachovia Center?
It used to be Core State Center, and then it went to First Union Center.
Then the Wachovia.
And then the Wachovia Center. And then the Wells Fargo Center.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
What was the Spectrum called?
The Spectrum was always the Spectrum, but then when they start earning the naming rights, then it went to the Core State Spectrum, and then it went to the Wachovia Spectrum, and then that's when it got demolished. RIP to Spectrum.
I love that place.
Yeah, that hurt.
That
hurt when the Spectrum went down.
Yeah, great. To me, I thought it was like one of the best venues. I went to the King of the Ring there. Actually, I went to a lot of events there. The one that kind of does stand out from back in that time. I remember going to like a house show, and it was like an 8-man tag with like the Heenan family going up against, I forgot, but Andre the Giant was part of the Heenan family, and actually Bobby Heenan was wrestling at that match too. And and I believe they lost. And from what I can remember it was like a spot where Andre the Giant was going to turn on Bobby Heenan, but then he eventually, got to his senses. He might have left the ring before Bobby Heenan. I like vaguely remember like moments of that show. Like, that's crazy, man. Like,
I don't know. Seeing Bobby Heenan in a singlet always used to crack me up for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, what are you doing?
I thought it was, to me, like as a little kid, it was kind of funny. It was almost like the movie Twins. I can only make a comparison where it's like he got the big twin and he got the little twin.
Yeah, Andre the Giant. You got Bobby Heenan. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
R.I.P. Bobby Heenan, man. Bobby Heenan was great, man.
The best.
Favorite,
right. Oh yeah, Papernick. Oh yeah, the Blade Runners. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. He also mentioned that DDP is 69 years old and looks younger. Shout out to that DDP yoga.
Yeah.
That's why. And also, I remember
now that we're doing shout outs real fast
to see Andre the Giant as he's 56 years old. And he also, I remember Halloween Havoc at the Civic Center too. Remember that's because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, like the one Halloween Havoc, that was like when the Road Warriors first arrived at NWA, WCW at that time. Fact check me on that one. I remember that too, though. But also, my brother's godfather went the wrong way through the parking garage at the Civic Center and flat his Thunderbird tires. It's tragic because he saw Ric Flair's limo. All because of that. I think I told that story on here before, but
you did.
Yeah, sorry.
Thunderbird.
Yeah.
That's strike 2 happens again. We're gonna have to talk about actions.
I'm gonna just remove myself from the screen.
I'm just gonna be like, go.
Who'd you say was the match?
Which one?
I don't know. You said you remembered. I think it was a tag match, wasn't it?
He said he thought that was the Ultimate Warrior's first Not the Ultimate Warriors. The Road Warriors' first WCW match.
I don't know if that was their debut with WCW. It was like Halloween Havoc, like 1988 or 89, maybe.
Yep. Hold on.
Yeah, my oldest memory of the Spectrum is going to a house show also. And the one thing I remember is we sat right the first row upper level, right?
Yeah.
And it was when Goldust was real big and he was actually having that dust fall when he came out. And like so I could see that stuff falling onto people onto the floor. And like to me that memory will always stick out to me. I don't know why, but it's like it's like burned into my brain. Like I can literally vivid remember it. Like I'm sitting at the Spectrum right now, which is so weird that moment is burnt in my brain.
Yeah,
It was burnt in my brain. The fact that you said that about Goldust, and now here we are. Dustin Rhodes is now the TNT champion.
Yes,
Like it's crazy. All these years later, that man is one of the most underrated wrestlers that's ever walked this guy green earth.
October 28th, 1989. Rich.
You know, I see that they said that they started in WCW in 1986.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
it was one of their last matches. They went to WWE in 1990.
Right. Okay, that's what it probably was
match.
then.
Yeah, it's like that new TikTok trend where it's like, holy fucking airball.
Yeah. Because I was like, shit, I got an elephant brain. I'm sorry, but
you said you knew it was either their first or last. You just couldn't think of what it was.
Yeah,
so
it was
threw a shot in the dark. Was like, fuck it.
Right. Shit, because I was like 4.
Really?
Yeah. But I still remember that. I'll be honest, like how fact I have a brain where I can remember up to almost like the curve for me is almost like late 88, 89. Like certain things up to that point.
I got that a little bit because at that same show with Goldust, I remember that was when DX was real big and Shawn Michaels and Triple H were driving together with X-Pac, and they drove through the parking lot where the fans were like waiting for autographs.
Yeah,
and they didn't fucking stop.
Yeah,
the fans were standing like blocking the entrance. They just kept fucking driving.
That's wild.
And the fans had to jump out of the way.
Hold up, see, yeah, and I get Hawk shit. I can give you shit.
Fuck you! Don't even say. I know I said that. I said that story like 10
times. That's the second time he's told us that.
That's more than the second time. It's more than the second time, motherfucker.
Right, dude.
Fuck you. Listen, we're all laughing and having a good time, but we can all agree one thing. Fuck the Mets.
That is true.
That's like Joey's like defense mechanism, dude.
Listen, that's anyone from Philadelphia's defense mechanism.
Oh man.
Look, it always go back to fuck the Mets.
It always goes
Seriously.
Sorry,
yo,
Rich.
it's so great. So I got on here super late because of the bullshit I'm dealing with. But like, have you guys even talked about anything yet?
Nope.
From the topics.
Not really.
For you,
we really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, this. I'm like, I tapped in to see where we all at.
You said 7
piggyback
minutes.
off of what you just said, Chris.
So I'm like, why are you talking about Ric Flair? What the hell? What happened? I was like, I was scared. I'm like, did he die? What happened?
No, hey,
fuck you, man! Don't say that.
First off,
because y'all was talking about him like in past tense. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
First off, you 7 minutes late. Then you coming on here taking out one of the dirtiest players in the game. Like, I don't even want to repeat.
If he was 7 minutes late, I'm skinny.
32 minutes ago.
Listen, Hawk. If he was 7 minutes late, I'm fucking skinny guy.
I said I was going to be 7 minutes late, and that turned into being 35 minutes late. It's like,
guys, I don't think we're going to get into topics this show.
I was
mean,
fitting the
we.
stereotype like OD, like geez,
I
I was
mean,
like,
we will.
Real quick though, before we jump into All In and kind of just obviously there was way too many matches to go in depth overall. We'll cover the biggest points, but shout out to Buff Bagwell who had to have his leg up to his knee amputated today.
Yeah, I saw that.
mm, mm,
Yeah,
really,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, it's fucked
yeah.
up.
damn,
Due to his own plague injuries from from his career, he had to get his leg amputated. So
damn, man, that's crazy.
you
I hope
know,
which
he,
sucks. I know he had a little bit of a rough patch there, but from everything I heard, he kind of was turning his life around and living a good life now. And then this kind of shit happens, so that sucks.
I hope mentally he's okay because I know how that really can mess with people when something like that happens. Anything amputated can do crazy things to your psyche. So I hope he has really good people around him to help him
Yeah,
through it.
I
especially
actually found what I wanted to bring up too. Not the going left. I mean, this show is already going left, way left, like extremely left. Like no point of turning. But it's actually a serious thing that came down the pipeline. Pause not long ago. But y'all heard about WWE severance policy?
no. What
No,
do you mean?
So apparently, the WWE severance policy of employees receiving a month pay for every year they work for the company is over, as the company will now honor a TKO policy of 2 weeks worth of severance pay
Nice.
for every year an employee worked for the company.
oh, that's
So what
good.
you're saying is right now, Nick Nemeth is still being paid.
Well, apparently, I don't know. It's
Pretty much.
someone was saying this was a major blow to the company morale among employees. Well, yeah, especially since so many are now tasked with responsibilities among WWE, UFC, and PBR, as opposed to just one WWE, as they had been prior to Vinnie Mac selling the company.
That's fucked up. I hope the one thing that they have they don't ever take back, and that is that if you've ever wrestled for WWE ever, or you are a ref for them, if you ever need a rehab of any kind for substance
Mm,
abuse, they would pay for you to go. I hope that never goes away because
yeah,
you know
that's
a lot of times these guys develop substance abuse because of the shit they
because of
put
this.
their
Yeah,
body through for
Yeah.
the company. So it's
yeah,
only
Yeah,
fitting that the company would be there for them when they need them.
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so I guess now it's moving to, instead of just one monthly check, now you're getting two checks out of the month.
Which
So
is great.
that's
That's what I
No,
said.
yeah,
They
it sounds like what you said was
no. They're getting it bi-weekly instead of monthly.
bi-weekly.
That's
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
no. What you said was they reduced it from 1 month to 2 weeks. So if you worked for the company
Yeah, I
for
know. Yeah,
10 years,
yeah,
you would only be getting 20 weeks of checks
yeah,
versus 10 months of checks.
That's what I
yeah.
took from it too. Is that
Yeah, I knew he was saying, Joey. Like I knew how you interpret it because I did the same thing. But I think we was saying that now instead of going 1 month of checks, they're going bi-weekly with it.
But why would that lower morale? That's better.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
Yeah,
if
I think they lessened it
I
from
think they less, I
four
think
weeks of checks to 2 weeks of
two
checks.
weeks of checks. Yeah, if it lower morale, they're only getting a 2 week,
and
like probably a
speaking and talking about TKO, I'm not surprised by that. That
Yeah.
actually makes sense, something that they
I
would
told
do.
you that's TK what they do for a multi-billion-dollar company. All they talk about is cutting costs, cutting
Yeah.
costs, cutting. It's like, what are you talking about?
So
You
pretty
got
much what just happened was if you worked for that company for 24 years, you went from getting 2 years of severance pay to getting 12 months of severance pay, right?
that's what it's
That's
looking like.
bullshit, dude.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's bullshit.
Receiving a month's pay for every year they worked for the company is over, and will
Now it's 2 weeks
now honor a policy of 2 weeks worth of severance pay for every year an
every
employee
year.
worked for the company.
Every
So
Every
it
year,
so it
year.
literally cuts it
that's
in half.
crazy. It cuts in half. That's
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
insane.
That's
So
crazy.
here's my question though, and I wonder if this is true. Like, cause I'm sure stuff like that is written in people's contracts, right? Like, I wonder if people that were signed on like the old days of Vince McMahon, if they still get the 1 month for 1 year ratio. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
That's something like that to me seems like something hard to kind of take back if you're already putting in the time.
Yeah, as much as
Right.
the old pervy guy is, he's a monster. He did look out for his employees. Like I was
Yeah.
like he constantly would send them to rehab if they needed it. He would look out for them and make sure had money.
No way. Did he really?
No way.
He,
No.
he ain't
No.
say that.
He ain't say that.
Zach,
He
Zach
ain't say that.
Gowen.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. But no,
Definitely.
Buff Bagwell did not say that.
Mhm. It was crazy. Like I really was a Buff Bagwell guy when he was like in his prime Buff Bagwell
Oh
like
yeah.
era. I was like that just the gimmick of it got me because it came out of nowhere. Like he was Marcus Bagwell, then all of a sudden he was Buff Bagwell, and I'm like where did that come from?
At one point, wasn't him and Ice Train a tag team?
He was
Uh,
definitely in a tag team because
he was
Yeah.
all right. Listen, this guy was on a lot of tag teams
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
career. He was that's why I say he was the tag team guy. He was in the tag team with Scotty Riggs, the
Y'all
they
remember
saw
Scotty
Patriot.
like
Riggs?
Yeah, the Patriot.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Too Cold
I
Scorpio.
do. Yeah.
And I give him this. All those tag teams he was tag team champions with. He was
Mm.
WCW tag team champions with. Scotty Riggs, tag team champion, the Patriot tag team champion, Too Cold Scorpio, even though for like 48 hours was a tag team champion. What's his name?
I was watching a video on him or
Too
something, and I
He was
think at
no, he
one
was
point
yeah, so he's a tag team part. I know he's a tag team with Scott Norton, Vicious and Delicious.
No, it was Too Cold. I'm
As I say,
tripping.
it
Yeah.
was Too Cold. Wasn't Ice Train.
No, because
at one point they thought he
Ice
was
Train.
Shawn Michaels, right, of WCW, right?
No, because
What happened?
Ice Train was with Scott Norton, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Fire and Ice. They were called.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Buff was in a tag team for so long. I was watching, I forget what it was, but they were saying that WCW thought that he could be their Shawn Michaels and be like that next big tag team guy who broke out and became like this huge singles guy, and that just never really
Yeah, because he had
panned out.
all right. So he was never as good as a wrestler as Shawn Michaels. Like honestly, not close, but he was athletic.
When I say Shawn Michaels, I don't mean like in the ring or anything like
No,
that.
no,
I
no.
just
I'm
mean
talking about
like
I'm
the
talking
way
about.
he went.
You know, I know like he should have because he ticked all the other boxes,
Yeah,
but in ring stuff, like he was athletic, even though he was as good as Shawn Michaels, like belt, rope to rope. He was athletic.
yeah,
He was a real good looking guy. What's his name? The girls, ladies loved him. He had the body. So honestly, if he was in WWE in the Attitude Era days, he would have been a huge star.
yeah.
True.
Wasn't
I
he?
mean, we
Would have.
did get the most iconic match ever because of him.
Yeah. Well, him and Booker T.
Judy Bagwell on a stick.
On a forklift. Oh my god, WCW was the Wild Wild West in that time, boy.
Vince Russo, man.
Viagra on a pole.
That was the true definition of fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Oh my god.
remember when he did the Goldust when Goldust came there?
What did I
Oh my
forget?
god. Wait, you talking about when he was like 7?
Yeah,
Oh, 7, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had to cut that immediately, which wasn't even a Vince Russo call. It was a freaking Turner call because they were getting like backlash because it basically seemed like the guy was like a weird pedophile-ish type character because he would look at kids at night when they were sleeping.
Oh my
Pretty much.
what
god.
the fuck?
Yeah. Did you ever see the freaking the promos for like leading up to him debuting? It was him like in a window during a stormy night watching kids sleep. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was so crazy. It was so crazy. And that's why they dropped the character. They didn't want to
cut
drop
that
the
really
character.
quick.
Guys,
Yeah,
if
Vince-
I drop off, it's because my wife popped the breaker because she just blew the breaker in the bathroom. So
Got you.
she's doing her hair and stuff for this weekend, and she busted a breaker. So, and I'm not going upstairs to fix it because fuck that, equal rights. Women can do it too.
Man, if you go and fix that thing, get your ass back here.
No, she's good. She got it. She can handle
Got
Yo,
you.
you break it, you fix it.
it. Seriously.
every time,
Crazy.
Remember,
we say
equal rights. They want to be paid the same. Go do the fucking job.
Oh
remember
my
when we say
God.
equal rights, is always the worst possible scenario for women. It's never nothing like regular, like a
Equal
job.
rights, throw up those fucking hands.
I'm about to say like this. You punched her in the face. Equal rights.
Equal rights.
The fuck? What?
I
What?
don't condone domestic violence. I'm just letting you guys know. I
I'm just saying
don't.
that's not what we talked
The
about. That's
triple
not what we.
cage match.
The triple
Wow.
cage was. I mean, it was.
It was bad.
It was stupid.
Yeah, but it was a cool idea leading up to it, right?
No, the idea was cool, but it was bad.
That triple cage was stupid. But shout out to the newly AEW TNT champion, also Ring of Honor World Tag Champion,
Yeah, both
also
teams.
Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag
This is the champion.
Champion.
He's got all the belts.
Dustin Rhodes, like the belt collector right now.
The belt collector.
Seriously. But I know
You
we've
got the
been
belt collector and the AARP card all in one pocket.
life is good.
Life is good.
But no, we gotta really like dive in, as far as like match by match with All In. But just from y'all perspective, what were y'all favorite matches? You know what I mean, coming out of that event. Like it was a hell of an event that went down. Again, 6 to 7 hours long, depending on when you started. But phenomenal event. Joey, I'll start with you first on that side of things.
That's hard because there were so many good matches. Obviously, whenever these two fight, it's always going to be one of the top matches of the night. I'll go Okada and Omega. There were so many false finishes, but it didn't feel overdone, right? Like I hate when you get like 10 false finishes in a row and the crowd is exhausted. The way they were able to space it out to me, like clearly if you just did your finisher, you went to go pin them and you didn't get the 3 count, you shouldn't go for an immediate pin right after that again, right? Like it's
Right.
idiotic.
Right.
So I love that they were able to, the way the spacing was done and stuff with that match was perfect, but also the women killed it that night too. Overall, I loved. I'm not gonna get into it. The one spot in the women's match was classic, but yeah, overall it was just like I said before we went on the air, there wasn't a match where you look back and it was like that match sucked, right? Like every match was at least good. Some great, but everyone was good on that card. So top to bottom, I say bravo. A little fucking long, but overall good card.
Just a little bit long.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Hold on, let me go check on her. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Chris, what was your standout match? I ain't even asking you, Rich, since you wasn't checked in.
Well,
or
no, I was gonna make
say
some remarks, but let Chris go.
No, you know what? You said you was gonna make some remarks. You go ahead. You got the floor. The stage is yours. Well, from what you saw, what match was intriguing to you?
Well, listen, I you know what? I didn't watch the thing live. I went back. I watched 2 or 3 matches. The rest I went back looking at different parts here and there. I will say one thing though: the Young Bucks, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay was a great match. Probably the best match in the card. I like the women's match too, though. Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné, and thankfully they went with the right choice there and had Toni Storm win. But I thought both matches was really, really good. Okada was a good match too. I will say they had some really good matches. They did. It's just fucking 6 hours and then 2-hour pre-show just doesn't do it for me. I gotta just watch parts here and there.
Ain't nothing wrong with 6 hours of pro wrestling, Rich. It's like, but look, I watched it at home, watched it on the road, watched it at an event. Like, look, man, ain't nothing
Rich,
wrong
you're not
with
drinking
that.
what I'm drinking, are you?
What?
It looked like it.
What is that? You drinking what I'm drinking?
Was that an Arnold Palmer?
Arnold Palmer.
I'm drinking a Mike's Hard.
Pause.
Pause.
Chris,
we're so juvenile. Sorry, y'all.
Seriously. Shout out to Michael Patrick. He said Omega is taking another hiatus for a while. I can see that.
Yeah,
like,
I see that.
You know what I mean?
What's his name? So it's so funny. I was kind of hoping you went to me first on this because I had a feeling because I had a feeling Joey was going to say my answer. I really enjoyed the Omega Okada match. Like anytime, and this is why. Anytime 2 wrestlers fight as much as they did and still has this chemistry where it feels like the first time,
right?
Is like that's why I give credit to. So it's like the match was amazing because they just know each other so well from the New Japan days to now. It's like it's crazy. And I think the right person won. Like this, like I wanted Okada to win, and
I
like
actually
this,
had on the one too.
yeah. So he needed. I think he needed that rub for his spot in AEW, not for his career.
Pause.
Obviously, he's Okada, wasn't it? But like for his spot as right now for AEW, now he's calling out Swerve, which oh my god, take my money. Like this is like I cannot wait for that. And like I said, the ladies absolutely killed it. Like I was like, I'm huge Mercedes Moné fan. I'm glad she finally found her footing in AEW because the first 6 months, 6 to 8 months were like, I don't know, but like she's finally found her character. She's going back to what she does best and just wrestle. Like this, I tell you, like just go in there and wrestle. Like this, show people, will remind them how great you are. And now she's done that. Tony Storm, love her, love her.
A1.
I
A1.
without doubt, and I agree with Rich. Right person won. She should have won. It was a great moment for her. Great moment for bigging her up because she's still sneaky, freaking young, man. Like what's Tony Storm, like 25 or something like that?
Wait, Tony Storm? Hold on, I have to look that up.
Tony Storm's sneaky young, bro.
No.
She is sneaky young. She is young. Like look her up. She's not. I don't think she's late 20s yet.
And to what you said, Chris, too. Listen,
29.
29. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
still young.
Yeah, she's not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
holy shit! I didn't realize she was that young.
yeah, and she's a how many time AEW Women's Champion? Three or four? Like she won the time.
She was three.
Three.
3-time champion.
Actually, 4-time.
Well, I say four, right? Because he just won it
Yeah.
from Mariah May, so it makes it
Right.
4. So like this, 4-time. I think she's the longest. She's the longest rating women's champion.
Current run is 154 days. Prior run was 281 days. So that might be at the top as far as longest reigning champ.
Who was 280? Who was 281?
Tony Storm.
That was
Tony
the
Storm,
first.
right? Yes,
That was
it
the
was.
first.
That was her third time when she was 3-time champ.
She's the longest reigning champion, though, right? Women's champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like this. So she's like, so it's great. She's found herself in AEW because once again, when she first came to AEW, even though she was good, she was still finding herself. And she got this timeless character, and she just to the moon. And now she's just killing it on all cylinders. Love this character of hers has not gotten stale at all. Like this, she just knows how to work it. And I can't wait to see what's next. If she's going to do another running back with Mercedes or somebody new is going to try to come up in the ranks. We'll see. So
well, we got Athena waiting in the wings, with her winning the women's gauntlet match. So
I repeat, take my fucking money.
Yeah, so we got that building. So that's probably going to happen. Probably shit. What's the next pay-per-view? What? Honestly, it might not even happen at Forbidden Door.
I doubt it.
No. If I'm thinking what's going to happen, just the way how MJF is utilizing his contract, like he said that he's going to keep his for in case of emergency. So he's going to hold on to his contract for a while, and I think that's probably what Athena going to do too. Because I don't see Athena dropping that Ring of Honor Women's Championship at all. At this point, there's really no one that's able to hold on, not just hold on to it, but I don't think there's anyone that's capable on the Ring of Honor level yet to take it from her. If it does happen, it'll probably be maybe like someone like Billy Starks. You know what I mean? They might run their match
go back.
Yeah.
The forever
world champion. Yes,
say
exactly.
It right.
Yeah,
say it
I was
right.
about to say it right. Don't say it at all. Sorry about that. But for me, I gotta go with the Young Bucks, Will Ospreay and Swerve match. Like that, I know a lot of people were putting a lot of criticism on it.
You know how I feel about those matches. That's why
I know, like I understand. It was like it's a spot level like type of match. But if you really look at the match and the style and what they bought, like aside from the spots alone, like they told a theater like story with this entire match. Like, and in the beginning where both Swerve and Osprey were getting frustrated, like not being able to counter what the Young Bucks were doing. So then, it got to the point where like shit started to escalate. So then, like, all right, then we got the back and forth exchanges, and then we get to the point where the Young Bucks were taking the advantage, where to the point where they're beating down Osprey, but Osprey's getting beat down so bad it looked like he's not able to recover. And then it got to the point where they put Osprey back in the ring, and they were getting ready to to throw their super kicks at him, and then Swerve got into the ring to save him, like as far as like taking the brunt of the hits. Like it told so many levels of stories, and we all know what the outcome was with Swerve and Osprey winning, and now the Young Bucks no longer EVPs of AEW. Like I thought it was amazing. Like initially, my mindset was going into this match, Osprey was going to somehow screw Swerve and cause them to lose, which then Osprey would probably join like the Young Bucks as the new elite. Now that Okada is with Don Callis family, I thought they was going to do something, some level of a Swerve to that level. I'm glad it didn't happen because with everything that had transpired later in the show, and we did get that, how we always talk about that Avengers Endgame type of scene in the main event with one Hangman Adam Page now becoming the new world's heavyweight champion. Shout out to the Hangman. Like that was definitely a crazy ass match, to end, which we also saw a return in Darby Allin, which we also saw one Daniel Bryan getting in the mix. Well, Brian Danielson.
Danielson.
So, yeah. That I mean getting in the mix. Like overall, man, like this was a dope pay-per-view. And it was so dope. There were still, I don't even want to just say there were still some people that was missing, but AEW are in a good space where they got good problems, but in a good space of their good problems. Because I thought maybe somehow, some way, and I thought this might have been a teaser. I thought what's the name? We was gonna get a Eddie Kingston sighting. You know what I mean? At All In, because I don't know if y'all familiar with Cesar, but he's really big in the fitness training aside from pro wrestling. But Eddie Kingston, who else works with him? Deanna Perrazzo, like they all work with him, man. Like he was throwing some clips out. I mean, the weekend of All In, I thought maybe we was gonna get a surprise return of him. We didn't even get that, so I'm like, shit. Like AEW is in such a good space right now. Like, just don't overdo it at this point.
Yeah,
I heard
no
right.
overkill, please.
Right. I heard Osprey is on break now. So like that's cool. So it's like, okay, now you're at the point where you can now allow certain storylines to begin cooking. And that's what we're going to get. Just like you was just talking about Darby Allin and Swerve Strickland. Like, oh my stars. I cannot wait to see the two of them in a square circle get busy. Like, oh man, we got a Twitch comment. Darby finally came down from that mountain. Yeah. And
Yes,
how about his crazy ass was chilling at the top of the ceiling in Arlington the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Like he was up there. Did y'all see the screenshots or the still shots of that? Like
nah.
yeah, like he was already chilling like up at the top. See, I don't know if he was like already like harnessed up, but like he was literally up there the entire time, during the pay per view. Because I mean, it wouldn't have been no way for them to be able to sneak him up there. But
he different. Yeah, he different.
Yeah. Look, when you
in a good way, but he different.
When you accomplish Mount Everest, you could do anything in this world.
I just say, yeah, you do Mount Everest, top of Arlington Arena is not going to scare you.
No.
Right. But yeah, no, this was a really, really good pay-per-view. And
it really was. Like, honestly, it was shitting on WrestleMania. Like it really did. and like really was. And like I said, it's just too damn long. Like it's just too damn long. I'm sorry. It is. Like I don't know about y'all. I'm grown up for real. I got shit to do. It's just like,
I mean, I get it, but
yeah,
also too,
nah,
I
that's
don't
wrong.
I don't mind it because think about the time frame that they did it. Like you think about it. That was it came well, I mean it started at the 0 hour started at like 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual pay-per-view didn't start till about 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all within the afternoon span. Like I can see
Mm-hmm.
A
I would have
whole Saturday. That's my
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
dude.
It's a
Like
whole. I say, Hawk, get some
so
kids,
it's
and tell me it wasn't that long. Yeah, right. It's just like
see
that. Give me,
never mind.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not going to speak it. If I was in that position, because
yeah,
I'm not. I mean,
yeah,
I got a son. Shout out to Slim. You
yeah,
know,
man.
he
Get
got
married.
whiskers.
Get married. Yeah. Have your wife come in here. You still watching this shit? Like,
Damn.
it's like I thought you liked this. I don't like it that much.
Oh man. But no, like honestly, I thought it was like perfect timing. Like for the day, like okay, like you got all the wrestling from 3 to 8. And like
I feel
okay,
you. And that's how
go about your evening.
I feel you. And that's how I feel about UFC. Like if people are big MMA fans, UFC has their pay per views. It don't start till 10 o'clock at
Mhm.
night,
Right.
and like their main cards, like I said, they'll have their prelims that start at 6, and then their undercards that start at 8. But then the main fights come on at 10, which is usually 4 to 5 fights.
Mhm.
So start at 10. Sometimes that shit isn't over until 1:30 in the morning. This is like, do I really want to be up till 1:30 in the morning
Mhm.
watching this shit? Is like you want to, but just part of you is like, you guys can start at 7 or even 8, 2 hours early. If you start at 8, that means you'll be done by 12. All right. So like I could deal with that. But then
Dude.
1:30, like the bar is closing. Why is the bar closing and the fights are still happening? Like,
Right. Dude, I remember what's the name? Me, my boy Jess. Shout out to Smooth. Happy birthday too. About to turn 40 in the
happy
next
birthday. Welcome to
39
the club.
minutes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Welcome,
right.
welcome to the
But
club, baby.
like, yo, like we used to go shoot up the Hooters up on the Chamonix. Like,
Mhm.
yo, them matches, I'm damn near be falling asleep at the damn table.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
yo, I couldn't do it. But I
One
mean,
time, one time my wife came with me to Chickies and Pete's.
yeah.
We watching it. She went to the car and fell asleep. She was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go in the car and fall asleep." Go to sleep. I was like, "All right." At first, I was like, "No," but I was like, "We got tinted windows. It's fine." All right, like it was like, "All right." She was knocked out. She was like, "Why was it so long?" "This is what the time they start. Like they start at 10, and they have their little in between breaks, so all that stuff adds up."
Shit, I fall asleep just looking at the clock on a UFC card.
Yeah.
Like wait, 5 rounds and they fought 5 minutes each.
Yep,
Yeah,
5 minute, 5 rounds.
y'all got that.
Now that's only if it's one main event. Now
Right.
they're in co-main events are 5 minute, five
Yeah.
rounds too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good, man. But like, what
Yeah, so,
time that start? I'll be watching from home.
yeah, so you hope to God it's like, so if you get one of those cards, those super cards they love to have, and you got it's 5 fights, and 3 of the 5 fights are championship fights. That's 3 5 round 5 minute fights. So
That's crazy.
you hope to God somebody gets finished. Just like,
Seriously.
yeah,
Quick.
like yo, like two round one knockout. Come on, submission something. Come on, like damn it. Like
I'm
why is this so long? And it's like, and it's cool. Shout out to you, but shout out to UFC. Great, they got a great. I don't say a great UFC thing, but they got a couple good fights going on tomorrow night. Shout out to Max Blessed Holloway. We see you, baby.
I'm like Mortal Kombat without the actual style of the finish, but I'm like, look, finish him.
Yeah, it'd be long, wasn't it? But shout out once again. AEW is, I gonna say, finally back on track because they've been honestly on the low cooking for the last couple months now.
Oh, they've been putting in
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
Honestly, this entire year, they've been putting in work. Like we really haven't acknowledged it a lot, especially like with all the news headlines that come out of WWE from time to time. But
Mm.
honestly, right now, I'll say this because after this week is really about to be like the true chess move as far as like what the company's going to do moving forward. Because we had one tribal chief come back on Monday, but overall though AEW, that's why I said AEW is in a good space with good problems because we still got talent that has yet to clear and return to TV, and that what is the storylines, how are their storylines are going to intertwine with what's already going on now. So it's almost like when those returns happen and then they have those confrontations with the new talent that's part of the company, like how is that going to turn out? Like me personally, like I need to know, where does Eddie Kingston lie right now? Like to me personally, I got a feeling when he does in fact return, and this is my bold prediction of the night, sponsored by Terramana. Pay me, Rock. My bold prediction will be Eddie Kingston will return, but he will return and align himself with the Death Riders.
Good thing so.
Yep.
Now, if he does, I'm actually with that because they need something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they desperately need something. He gives
They need
them,
a spark.
yeah, he gives them a spark and charisma that they are extremely lacking
You know,
because
yeah, what you said with the charisma, that's their microphone.
yeah,
Other than Moxley,
Moxley.
you good, but Moxley sometimes you could just like kind of like wander off till you be like, all right, man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Kingston. The second he grabs that mic, you're like locked in because
right?
he talks with such a passion, and that ain't gonna lie, the New York accent helps.
Oh yeah,
His name, but like he locks in, and he's just like he has such a realism to him. Like even when you know it's like a kayfabe, be like, nah, he's serious right now. He's like,
yeah,
so it's like he's really good. And once again, somebody who I never looked twice at once upon a time. Now he's one of my favorite people to watch on TV. So it's like I give him all the credit. He's desperately missed on AEW TV. That's one thing I say about AEW. They have the right people for the type of product they put out. They have the right people. Sometimes you don't need big name superstars to lead like your company. You just need the right people as a collective to make the company go forward. And that's when they got a bunch of stars. They
yeah,
they don't got a shitload of superstars. They got a bunch of stars. Like I said, you're from Swerve, the start, the Darby, MJF, what's his name, Tony Storm, like this, like like this from when the Acclaim was a thing. They just had the right people putting out the right product from the Bucks, all spray, all that stuff. It all works together to where it comes out. Then you add your superstars who are not full of themselves to where they won't put up people like Bryan Danielson and
right.
stuff like that. They got the right people to move that company forward. So it's cool to see. So like this, for some people who think I'm an AEW hater, not saying no names, what's the name? Never been an AEW hater, but I'm very critical of what I see,
Sure.
and they
Hey,
are.
Royal Fit
Let's
215
say
at one point was an AEW hater. That's all
what's
I'm
his
gonna
name? No,
say.
I could call like I said. Call like I see it. Even we all said, even Joey know that AEW one point was like going backwards. Like
Oh yeah,
I don't know what
I
type of
agree.
what they were doing, but at first they were firing all cylinders. Then something went terribly wrong. They made like a hard left, but now they clearly got back on path, firing all cylinders. So like I said, all intent like. Not to be all elaborate about it, it was better than WrestleMania. It just was. Like, I mean, both nights. Don't give a shit which one. It was better. What's the name? So shout out to AEW. Look, I give credit where credit is due. That was a great, great event. And I can't wait to see what they got going next, man. The new feuds and all that, what they got going on is going to be something special. So shout out to AEW for what they got going on.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What?
100%. Good problems. What was you about
No,
to say, Rich? Oh, sorry.
no, and one thing, I've been critical of AEW because we always talk about good matches on pay-per-views, but storylines have really been lacking, right? I think that's what you're starting to see now. Storylines that go into the show, develop, Now you got that talent and having those matches, and they're having meaningful matches with the storyline. They're finally starting to gel it together. This is what all of us hope AEW was going to be. And
Mm-hmm.
they're going in the right direction. I will say they are going in the right direction. A year ago, I did not have that same sentiment, but I can definitely say they're definitely going in the right direction with their storytelling and matches.
Yeah, I'm with both of you on that, because I like how they're not holding that win loss scenario that they initially launched with the company. Now it's like now they're like really starting to embrace the storylines and being able to tell a story, build it to the pay-per-view. But I do like how they're now like spacing out like some of the talent. I mean, like, you know, we got some talent that might venture over to on a Ring of Honor side, but it's like they're giving everyone an opportunity, you know, me in various ways, and I just wish that, especially like on a Ring of Honor front, they just had a better television deal somehow, you know, to where like a lot of the talent that's being showcased on that product is being shown on a national front, aside from having to be a member of the, you know what I mean, like their was it ROH subscription, the member,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
RH World or whatever that is.
Right. Like, oh man, I swear, like if they had something on a network level to be able to showcase that product, AEW would be there. Like, I mean, like they're there now, but they could really be there if they had a better network deal for Ring of Honor. Like, that's honestly, that's just what's missing, and it would have been cool had they just, you know what I mean, maneuver Ring of Honor in the same slot that Rampage was on TNT when it came on Fridays. Like I'm sure somehow, some way they could be able to do so. If anything, they need to just move Ring of Honor to the Max subscription, so
Yeah,
that, you know what I mean, so that
yeah,
way like it's open to everyone, not just, you know, having to subscribe specifically for, you know what I mean, Ring of Honor. But I did hear that there's a chance that they were talking about them possibly changing, somehow like rebranding and like making it like AEW presenting Ring of Honor. I mean, that don't necessarily need to be done. It
No.
just put it on the network. Like, you'll be
yeah.
fine.
No, better,
You know?
Yeah,
better platform, yeah.
they're trying to attach their name to it so people could be like look at it more. I guess like
Right.
AEW Ring of Honor. Is that
Right. No, that definitely. Yeah, that's all that is. But no, like, again, all good problems. Like, it's
yeah,
all good problems. Like, you know, we talk about it, but it's all good problems that they have. So, you know, definitely shout out to AEW, shout out to All In, everybody that took, you know what I mean, played a part in All In, and looking forward to what they got coming up really soon. So, all right, gentlemen, we've been like literally all over the place, and it's only been an hour and 18 minutes tonight, and I feel like we covered everything under the sun, and we have not. So, but let's just jump into the weekend of WWE. Like, they had a big weekend in Atlanta with Great American Bash for NXT. We also had Saturday night's main event on Saturday. And we also had WWE Evolution on Sunday night. But before we even discuss anything from Evolution, we did have something occur during Saturday night's main event, which was an injury, unfortunately, with one Seth Rollins apparently injuring his knee during the matchup with LA Knight. While he was able to complete the match, again, as you can see here, you know, he did have to receive some medical attention. Was taken out of the ring. He was on Rich Eisen show this week, where were discussing the situation as far as like how the injury occurred, and that, you know, he was unable to get the proper review of the knee because of swelling this week. So they're supposed to regroup and go back to the drawing board over the next couple of weeks to then get the X-ray completed. But in the meantime, he's out. Apparently, he's out because of this injury. So, Chris, you had said something a couple of days ago about this possibly being a work. So I'm going to let you have the floor as to why you think this is a work, and provide your explanation, my brother.
Mm. This is all the work. This is all the work. I think he had other injuries that he needs to take care of, and this was a way to mask those other injuries. And now think those other injuries are like necessarily major, but it's something he needs to heal from and get him off TV for a while. Seth Rollins has tore his knee up, shredded his knee up, and like multiple times in his career. And when both times it happened, I saw how he reacted, and it was nothing like this. This was just really good acting. Like this, like the referee, I don't think ever threw up an X. I don't like this, like the way he was talking to Paul Heyman and everything like that. I don't think none of this was on the fly. I really don't. I think this was just really two good professional wrestlers catering to what they planned and executed. Like I said, we are in a world where kayfabe is damn near dead, and it's hard to confuse and fool the fans because of platforms like us. Let me be honest, where we're quick to tell about stuff before it happens, pretty much.
Right.
So, and there's a crap load of wrestling media out there. So, the whole thing is to be the first one to quick to tell a breaking story or possible story to get the all the clicks and the likes and all that stuff. So Seth Rollins to this day had one of the most iconic cash-ins in WWE history when he cashed in his Money in the Bank against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yep.
I think they want to do something again similar to that, because this group he's got going on right now was like the hottest thing to talk about. And I know they said like, why start this group and why have him firing all cylinders just to take him off TV for a while? Honestly, that's the exact thing you should do. Have fans thinking, because now all attention is going to be on Braun.
Right.
And the whole thing is what? Sooner or later, build Braun versus Seth. That's all they're going for. We know that's what's coming. So this is the perfect time to build Braun up a little bit more, just a little bit more, for Seth to come back swooping in and get all the glory, all the prestige, and all that stuff. And be like, hey guys, we did it. The plan worked. But then have Braun be happy, but a little bit be like, yeah, I could have did this without you though. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at all the scenarios in the situation. Is Seth hurt? Possibly. I'm not saying he's not hurt. I'm just saying I don't think the issue was the knee. If you saw how the way he landed and how the way he reacted to land, it wasn't like I seen guys blow out their knees like live. His reaction was not the reaction of, oh shit, my knee just gave out on me. It wasn't like this. I know when a guy blows out his knee. I've seen it in person, live in person, playing like football and basketball with people, and seen it as far as like even like working out with people. I've seen it.
Right.
So his reaction didn't give me a reaction of somebody who blew out his knee and like, oh my God, my life is over. He didn't give that at all. You've seen it. Like, look how many times we were giant football guys. Yeah. All three giant football guys. You've seen how guys react when their knees, they tear an ACL, possible ACL. You see how they react. He was not giving us that reaction.
Like, so you saying his outcry after the actual injury smells a little fugazi?
What outcry? You gotta say what outcry? He crawled in the corner, but he talked to Paul Heyman.
Right.
Why are you talking to Paul Heyman? If you think your knee's blown, you be talking to the referee or a doctor and all that. Like that's what you be doing. Somebody will be like immediately like, hey, we're like this. The referee would throw up the X, let them know like, oh shit, just got real. Everybody be on guard, be on alert. Never did it. like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. If you pay attention, if you're watching wrestling long enough, pay attention. It's a work. It's a work. The thing is, I think it's deflection for him to cash in and cash in pretty freaking soon. That's the thing. We're gonna think he's out. That's what Paul Heyman said on Monday. Seth Rollins has a whole year. It has till June to
Yep.
cash his in. So we have no rush. They bring him back. Blah blah blah. That's to throw people off to make them think he's gonna be gone for so long. Like
So
this.
let me ask you. So if we're under the perception that he's going to be gone for a long time, and you think he won't, who do you think he's cashing in on?
In a perfect world, he cashes in on CM Punk, the guy he hates the most, the guy he's adamant of. He called him the C word. I mean, we know what it is. CAN. You can spell the
Right.
rest. Called him that word. He hates him. Called him that. In a perfect world, CM Punk dethrones Gunther. Then Seth comes in with the cash of a lifetime once again.
At SummerSlam.
SummerSlam cashes in on CM Punk. Like this, because Punk finally has his moment again, becomes a world champion in WWE. It's been so freaking long. He finally accomplished what he came back for, and Seth takes away from him. Drama on top of drama, amazing scenario, long-term story booking down the line, and it just creates more luster because you got Braun, because his whole thing as CM Punk tries to get back the belt, all Seth is going to do is make Braun be the roadblock for CM Punk, and it's going to annoy the shit out of Braun eventually.
Right. Yeah.
So I'd say
Yeah.
the nugget, in my head, this is how it's playing out. Don't know if it's going to play out this way. But,
You know what? I see what you're saying here,
Mm.
and for what you're saying, it already got me forward thinking the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Breaker wins the Rumble
But,
to set up Braun and Seth at WrestleMania.
at WrestleMania, yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that.
Because if Braun wins the Royal Rumble, Seth's like, of course you're going to challenge the WWE champion. You're not going to challenge me. It's just
Right.
like, yeah.
Hold on, wait. Before we go any further, before I kick it over to you too, Rich, Joey flaked out on us. His whole window dropped and everything. Where you at, Joey? I know you're watching somewhere.
He said
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
he said that the
you know.
breaker turned the internet off, so I told him go on your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, he wrote you?
I text him. I'm like, yo, where are you?
Yeah.
Is everything cool? And he's just like, yeah, the breaker took out the internet and everything. I'm like, all right, well, go on your phone then.
Aw, man. Wow. It's like, nah. he probably telling the truth. But yeah.
I'm busting his balls.
Right.
We're not going to see him, though, for the rest of the night, though.
That was Mr. Joey Woods. The first hour of Still Stat. It's like, nah. But no, Rich, any thoughts on the Seth situation? Any thoughts on what Mr. Moyafit just spoke on in his theory about the injury being a work?
So I would agree to the point where I don't think he's really that injured. I don't. Maybe he had some injuries and things like that, and they had to go and do that. So you could take a couple of weeks off and stuff like that. My whole thing is this, and I know you're looking at, the ultimate cash in of a lifetime, but he was so hot with heat in a big group leading the faction, and he already had he has the Money in the Bank contract. Why just make him hurt himself almost to a point where you make him a sympathetic baby face because he hurts himself? He continues the match. It just doesn't make sense to me unless they did something on the fly. That's just my opinion. I hope I am wrong, because your story, Chris, is pretty fucking interesting. It really is. So it's an interesting story. I will tell you that. I look at Roman returning, and we're going to get to that on Raw and stuff like that. I think personally that might have been part of the thing that was supposed to happen on Saturday Night Main Event too. Again, I don't think he's really that injured. I don't. I don't think it's something where he's going to be out weeks and months and stuff like that. He's going to be coming back soon. And again, like I said, if it was something that was planned and it worked, then, credit to them, because I didn't think that. I thought that he would be back soon. I just didn't think that you end a match so abruptly and you do things so. And even and if again, it's great acting, because even LA Knight looked surprised by the whole situation. So if it's acting, it was great acting all along, with everybody. Again, I think he got injured. I think he had injuries. I don't think he got injured on that spot either. I completely agree with Chris on that. But again, if they do the story that Chris is saying, it's gonna be a pretty interesting story. I will say that.
Yeah.
Random as hell too. I hate LA Knight's finisher, but go ahead, keep on.
Yeah.
Well,
But
shout out to Seth Rollins, because whether it was a work or whether he was really injured, he's like, "Fuck this, I'm not doing this." He took one step, took the finisher, and that was the end of the night.
Yeah.
Well, like we had that speculation, and I threw up the theory of, and what we can kind of segue into with one grumpy Goldberg.
Fuck this
You know
guy.
what I mean?
All right, everybody, turn the volume up. We're about to let Rich talk about this.
No, like he goes on the Area Hawani show and was just like going off about everything. And I had to get the most craziest screenshot of all screenshots of him talking.
Like, come on, I got the
Yeah,
face.
but he's he was talking about how he was hoping that the retirement match would be at a PLE instead of a Saturday night's main event. He wasn't happy about being cut off on the mic. He said he was pissed off at the way he went out. My thing is, you go on this show, you talk about how this was all in the works since last November. And then you're now complaining about not having enough time to have the right people to be in attendance for your final match. Then you talk about with it not being on an actual PLE and stuff. Like, dude, you talk about the lack of promotion that you was able to provide. Over a span of 3 weeks. Like, you one and done. Like, you're not getting more than 3 weeks if you're a one and done individual. Like, come on. The way I look at it, you wanted more money. You wanted more paychecks out of the job that you were going to do. And you felt as though, since you've already known that this match was coming up since November, that what you're saying, what you're not saying, what you really want to say is, you should have had a 6-month build up, and you should also been paid for 6 months of this build up, which you probably didn't get. So now you're pissed off about how everything had went, and then your shit get cut off on national television. Like, oh man, look, network TV. Like, they got time restraints. Like, we cannot cater to you, Goldberg, to allow you to be able to speak overtime and say whatever you need to say. Like, to be honest with you, you ain't that good. With all due respect. Like, growing up with you wasn't really my favorite type of wrestler coming up. So, but yeah, like
Rich is bubbling.
I'm bubbling, and the hat's off. I'm about to throw the fucking hat.
Like, the dude was just an outright hypocrite during this interview. Like, tell me, say, "Oh, I'm not upset." But then you talk about, I should have had this, but I can't talk about it. But I'm gonna spill the beans in 2 weeks, this and that, the whole nine. He talked about it. He talked about his accountant several times about not being, the accountant finally being able to see him wrestle. Like, yo, how come the accountant finally seeing you wrestle now? You already had a alleged 30-year career. Like, it don't make sense. Well, I mean, it was when he started WWE. I mean, not WWE, WCW. Like, what was that? 98, 99? 99, 2019. I'm sorry. I said 30 years. I should have said 20 plus years. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, like, it got to the point where I did watch this interview. At first, I watched it based on what was being shown on Twitter, and then I was like, let me check this interview out. I probably stopped about 20 minutes. I couldn't take no more, and I think the interview alone is probably like 39 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I can't listen to this no more, no mas. Like it was utterly outright ridiculous, and I truly hope WWE does not have him back. Honestly, there's really no need for him to return to the WWE. Although he did drop hints that he did say that his son, him and his son had some conversations, and that wrestling could be a possibility that he may do sometime in the future. But his son is focusing football right now. But me personally, to the son, don't wrestle. Please don't wrestle.
Yeah.
Because if
You
you
wrestle
wrestle,
like your dad, don't wrestle.
yeah. Because that's what's gonna happen. Like if he does decide to opt to begin wrestling, Goldberg is gonna be everywhere. Goldberg, matter of fact, I'm gonna just put this out here now. If Goldberg's son wrestles, Goldberg will be the LeVar Ball of professional wrestling.
The LeVar Ball.
Yes.
That's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because that means if his son wrestles, that means he will, at 60 something years of age, he will come out of retirement to wrestle
It's
with his son.
That's possible. But I mean, as far as like on the marketing side of things, like that's what's going to happen. Like
And
he's going to turn into the LeVar Ball and wrestling. Not saying it's a bad thing or anything like that. Like listen,
yeah, showing love and support for your son is not a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen.
right.
Not at all.
Like,
Not at all.
Let's just make
but
that
that's
clear.
but that's what we're going to get. Like if his son does in fact wrestle, but if he don't, hey, listen, good riddance. You had your send off, and ain't no need for you to do it anymore anytime soon.
All right, Rich, saving you for last. Got you. Gonna
Saving
build
me
this
for
up.
last, or you're going?
No. I'm going now, but you be saving you for last, dude. I can't wait to hear this. What's his name? It just Goldberg is old and bitter, and like, granted, this is the thing about his WWE didn't cut him off with his speech. The network did. What's his name? Because it wasn't Netflix. It was the what are we on?
NBC.
NBC. Yeah,
Yep.
they call the shots with that. They like WWE has no control over that. So with time constraints, they like, listen, we ain't got time to hear this guy talk. It's just like we got other stuff to put on. So tell them to hurry up or we're cutting it off. And that's what they did. They cut it off, unfortunately. Goldberg, though he was lightning in the bottle, super crazy over in his prime years, his mindset is, you heard him say, it will never be another Goldberg. Yeah, it will, because your character is very easy to duplicate.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I want to hear that. They tried it multiple times. Like this, they've done it with Ryback and like there's all these other guys. Like, it's very easy to duplicate. Like, it's like you're not some mythical, wrestler. It's like, oh, we only see him once in a lifetime. No, we seen about 30 of you, dude. It was just at the time it worked, and it did, and it worked very well. Goldberg thinks he's one of the best that ever did it. That's his issue. He think he's on the same plateau of every big name that's ever wrestled in the business. That you think your top tier names, he thinks he's up there with Austin, Rock, Hogan, like Brett, Sean Flair. He thinks he's one of those guys. He thinks if you mention them, he's definitely in that conversation. He really
tried to mention that he was on the same level as the Undertaker. They wouldn't do that to the Undertaker. Like, you are not the Undertaker.
You are not the Undertaker.
Like,
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. He thinks he's one of those guys. He really does. It's like, dude, you were a 3 to 4 move guy. You hurt people all the time. Like this. Like, even Kevin Nash was like, yo, this isn't real. Like, chill out on the spears. Like the guy, and Goldberg, he's like real. He's like, as much of a nice guy he portrays, you can tell he's a dick. Like this.
Yeah.
So that constant aggressive football mentality. Like, dude, this is not football. This is professional wrestling. This is entertainment. Like, calm it down. What's his name? And like, you're concussing yourself at 50-some years of age. You're hitting your head into doors and all that. It's just stupid. And this is the thing. Now, I'm being hypercritical on that. Critical on this front. Your last performances in WWE were bad. They were bad.
Terrible.
Bad. You were not putting, like, you're 50-some years old, not putting over younger talent. because you're that full of yourself. Like you should not beat Kevin Owens. You should not you beat the Fiend when he was at the highest of highs, this supernatural character, but yet one horrible jackhammer from you, and he couldn't kick out of that. Like the lamest jackhammer I've ever seen from Goldberg, and the Fiend couldn't kick out from that. Like it's like, come on, bro. Like it's like, come on. Like your ego would put you in this place where you want to be looked at as superhero. Like I'm a superhero. Every kids love me. I always need to win. It's like, dude, if you have that mindset, you don't get professional wrestling.
That was another thing. He was like, I'm in the best shape of my life over the 5 months. I ain't eat pizza in 5 months.
It's like no.
So the fuck what?
Is it right?
He's dragging his ass to the fucking ring. He's literally going to the ring.
Yeah, right. You're in good. You're in great shape for a guy your age. Yes. You're not in the best shape of your life. Yes. Okay, let's make that clear. Like this, we seen the old Goldberg videos. That's when you were in the best shape of your life.
Oh
like
man,
this, like dude, like you had the traps going on. I'm sure you had some high levels of some extra stuff going on. Like this, like dude, you were great for what you were at that time. You were WCW at that time needed you. They really desperately needed you because Sting was basically the only big name babyface that was fighting the NWO. So when you came, it was great. It was needed. But like, dude, in the WWE spaces, you're just not that guy compared to the other guys they have. And it is what it is. You had it actually, like, honestly, it was actually a pretty decent match with Gunther, to be honest. Like, I was surprised. Like, it wasn't like when 15 minutes. Right. That was like 8 minutes longer than I thought it was going to go, to be honest. If
everybody bet on that match, we all would have lost.
We all lost. I was giving it 7 to 8 minutes tops. What's his name? So like, it was cool. Like this, dude. I understand you when you're adopted hometown of Atlanta and all that stuff, dude. Look, Gunther and Goldberg does not need to be on a PLE. Not in this stage of WWE. We can't sell Gunther Goldberg for PLE. We can't. All these other characters they have, they're firing on all cylinders right now.
Right.
Goldberg is not nowhere near the top of the list. So it is what it is. So I know you're grumpy. I know you're going to come out somehow when the NDA is gone and you can talk. Like, nobody's going to care. Like, honestly, whatever you say, people's going to be like, yeah, whatever. You retired Bret Hart, so we hate you for life. Like this. So that's what it comes down to. All right? You ended Bret Hart's career. We hate you for life. All right? I'm a Shawn Michaels guy. I love Shawn Michaels to death, my GOAT. But you ended Bret Hart's career. We do not like you forever.
Right.
But great career. Shout out to you. Good retirement. Now, shit about to get real. Off you go, Rich.
Let me take my hat off for this one. Where do I begin? First off, listen, I made it no secret. I think Goldberg was always overrated. I do. And to get to what Chris was saying, I think at the point when he peaked in WCW, they didn't really have somebody like him. So, okay, fine, he was a big deal then. But, I look at these things. You say that you complain that you never had a final send-off match, a proper send-off match. You get a proper send-off match. They give it to you in Atlanta, in your home town, a proper send-off, and you still have a problem with that. You're talking about not having 5-6 months of build-up. Nobody would give a shit.
Right.
Nobody would have saw the match if it wasn't in Atlanta. And at the end of the day, Saturday Night Main Event, what else do you want? It's Saturday night. Like, you're there live. What else do you want? As Chris said, it didn't have to be a PLE. Gunther carried in the match is the only reason why it went 15, 16 minutes. And again, he should just shut his mouth and just retire and that be the end of it. Because you know what? I'm so sick and tired of hearing Goldberg. As you said, there's so many things that I saw wrong. Him with the Fiend, him with Kevin Owens, things that just shouldn't have happened and not putting over talent. And the truth of the matter is that he's better than he thinks he thinks he's better than he really is. I mean, if you're going to be that good, you better be that good in the ring. And he's not. I could get 10 muscle guys that are flexible and played sports that can do what he does. And I'm sorry, that's the way I feel about it. So again, fuck you, Goldberg, for going on there and saying that. Fuck you, Goldberg, for not giving a shout out to Gunther for carrying your ass. Fuck you, Goldberg, for sitting there and saying how would they cut you off when the network was the one that was cut you off. And I'm starting to believe everything Bret Hart has fucking said about you. And
Oh yeah,
So
Bret Hart would not lie.
Bret Hart never lies.
But you know what's funny? Bret Hart doesn't lie, but as things unplayed in the past couple of years, it even painted a better picture of what Bret Hart was saying. It really did. All Goldberg did in the past couple of years was prove Bret Hart's point even more, honestly. So
He's a diva. Goldberg is a diva.
He's a diva. A stone cold diva, pun intended. He is a diva, and he swears he's not. That's the most hilarious thing over. He is like, he just doesn't get how just like of a diva he is. He doesn't get how cynical he is. He doesn't. He thinks he legit thinks he's the good guy. He thinks he's the good guy in this situation. It's just people giving him shit and all this stuff. Like, dude, like,
Wait.
like what's happening?
Wait, I just thought about something. I just thought about the interview when he was like, "Yeah, you know, I had my members of the Atlanta Falcons there. I had the writer from NCIS. So,
What to say?
so the fuck what? My
That's
accountant was there.
dude,
My
nobody cares. Like who? What is right?
Yo,
That's why you didn't get a 6-month run, because nobody
exactly
really
why.
cares.
Nobody would invest in the Goldberg match.
Exactly why. Like
Nobody.
this. I had a joke. I had such a good joke, but I don't want it to get canceled. So like is there.
Well, I mean, at this point, Goldberg is never coming on still.
I know. But when he said my accountant was there,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the biggest Goldberg shit I ever heard in my life. And that's the biggest J word shit I ever heard in my life. My accountant was there. Like, what the fuck?
My accountant.
My accountant who's made me this money. I'm so happy he could be there.
The biggest J word shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, we get it. You're super rich to the point your money guy comes with you.
No. You're not explaining it properly. The accountant never saw him wrestle. Allegedly, and live at a live match.
And then after that, the accountant knew that he didn't miss anything and wished he never saw him wrestle.
Yeah. He was like, this is the shit you were trying to get me come to all these years.
He's like, dude, this is what you got paid millions of dollars to do,
right?
Really?
But wait, how you frustrated talking about some? Mind you, again, you've known about this match for 6 months, but then you're like, yeah, it's a tough time trying to get people, to fly out in a span of 3 weeks. Like, dude, you knew about this since November. So you say, like,
So
why is it a tough time?
Yeah. Shout out to only thing I was happy about with all that is I saw Ernest the Cat Miller.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Like,
yeah.
Dude, okay.
I mean,
okay.
The vintage with Doug Dillinger knocking on the door and stuff. Like,
yeah, like that was cool. That was cool.
And to sum up the career, I think it's very fitting that the referee that refereed his match gets a cracked rib from a Goldberg spear.
Yeah.
It's just apropos.
Mm.
It's fitting because that's Goldberg's career.
Goldberg, he doesn't know how to let up. He doesn't know how to pull back kicks and punches and spares. He's like, what is the problem? What's the big problem? There's a spare. It's like, no, you idiot. These are people you work with. If you hurt them, you will have nobody to work with. It's
right.
Like this.
And then he apologized. He apologized to Gunther. It was like he gave me the chop and I laughed. Like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Goldberg is something different, man. Like, he's like, like I said, he is who he is. Nobody's crying that or sad that Bill Goldberg retires. They'll appreciate. It's going to be a community that appreciates him for what he's done in the business and like is going to love him no matter what and chant out Goldberg. But a large part see for what he is and just be like, you know what? he was lightning the bottle at one point, but now like that's all it was. I'm not saying WWE booked him well either when he first came to WWE initially back in the I don't know, the outskirts of the ruthless aggression era. They should have booked him way better. They should have, but he just never panned out in WWE, man. It's just like his character, the way he did it, like The Rock did. The Rock did very well at putting him over, but after that, it just went downhill. And that's credit to The Rock because The Rock just right, like for all the shit people talk about him, The Rock never had a problem putting anybody over. He would lay down for anybody if he thought it was best for business.
Right. Right.
And one more thing before we go, anybody wants to see a real Goldberg wrestling match, Google Goldberg Steven Regal. Okay, just go Google that match because you know what? Shout out to Steven Regal for not just getting squashed in a minute and actually exposing him. Did he expose him too much? Yeah. Did he do a shoot? Yeah. He probably should. He went a little too far, but that tells a lot of the story when you watch that match.
Yeah. Yeah. He had
Yeah.
to learn. He had to learn. He had to learn the art.
Listen, he's like, listen, in that stage of career, Steven Regal was the OG on the yard, and this young guy was trying to come over. And he's like, I know you're gonna learn today about what it is to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
and not just a guy who comes in storms over everybody. Like you need to learn how to do this, and you know. If Goldberg probably still feels some type of way. Funny, to this day, Goldberg probably still feels some type of way about that shit, but he doesn't feel anything about kicking Bret Hart in the face. It's like, it's
Right.
like it was like that shows you the mindset of this man. It's like I don't know why Regal would do that, like this. Yeah, I kicked him in the face. I said sorry, but you know,
Clearly, there was a disconnect even before that match.
yeah,
There had to been, you know,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
what?
Not believe William Regal that he was hearing different things from different people, and he's just like, so he was just like doing what he was told. William Regal looked like a guy he does what he's told. You know, he doesn't look like a guy that's like gives a lot of pushback on things.
Right.
So I mean,
no, I agree. I think somebody wanted that to happen and to
yeah,
be done. I definitely do. Somebody behind the scene, an old timer, somebody's like, well, one of the older timers that were in charge of talent and stuff like that. Like, you know what? Twist this guy a little bit. Do some moves. Show him what it's like.
Yeah, show him what it is to actually do a wrestling hold.
I bet you $1 it was Terry.
Probably.
It was Terry.
Probably.
Yeah, I bet you it was Terry. Quickly as we jump to the next two segments because we got 3 more things and you know what I mean we good for the night because I swear we've been all over the place tonight. But still moving at a good pace though. I will say.
Don't worry, we'll make these quick, people.
Yeah, but you know, just a quick rapid fire. I'll say about 2 minutes apiece in regards to the situation. We again, you know what I mean, harping back on to WWE Evolution that took place, which was actually a much better show than I anticipated. It was something that didn't have a lot of promotion, but when it all went down last Sunday, this one, honestly, aside from AEW All In, this will probably be the second best PLE of pay-per-view of the weekend. So shout out to the ladies that all took, you know what I mean, played a part in WWE Evolution last Sunday. But we did have something magnificent happen, depending if you're a fan of hers or not. But you know, as we know, Jade and Naomi have fought in a no-holds-barred match, which we did see Jade pick up the win. Then we also had the women's title match at the end of the show, which then Naomi decided to cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase and came out to being the winner of the women's world title match out of the triple threat match, defeating Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Rich, your thoughts with Naomi deciding to cash in at this particular moment and capturing the title?
You know, I think, in my opinion, I think it was a great move. First off, I think I agree with you. I think the Evolution was definitely the best WWE PLE event of the weekend. All of them showed up. The main event was just, Io Sky and Rhea just tore it up. I thought they had such a good match. And, you want something, because this is such a rare occasion that it happened, something big and special to happen. And no, it didn't have to. I mean, Rhea and Io was big enough. But talking about her and the brand that she's on, and then switching over and actually cashing in there, I think it was really well done. I don't have a problem with this at all.
Yeah. Chris, your thoughts?
This was amazing. This is the best character work of Naomi's career. She is firing on all cylinders. This is her reaping the rewards of her hard efforts over the years. She's a multiple time world champion. This is one thing I need people to understand. This is not her first rodeo. Like, she's already 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion. Like, she's been there to the top, but now, even when she won those first 2 times, it didn't feel like this. I mean, so now it's like people are really like paying attention and respecting her as a character, performer, just everything. And she's earned this. She's bet on herself, went away to TNA, became their world champion, came back, and just at first it seemed a little gloomy because she got a huge ovation. Everybody loved her for back, but it was still kind of wonky of what she was going to do. They aligned her with Bianca and Jade. And even though that was a great trio, but it was still like, it's almost like she was the third wheel in that situation. So she branched out, became heel, and now she's one of the best things we see on TV because the character is just on point like crazy. Shout out to Rhea and Io. That was an amazing match. That was a freaking amazing match. Those girls' chemistry with each other is just on point. Io Sky is one of my favorite women's wrestlers in the world right now. She's in my top 3 of people, women wrestlers I've always want to watch on TV. She's amazing. Rhea's Rhea. Her charisma outsells most people's everything. And like for now, like Naomi, everybody thought she was going to cash on Tiffany or Jade. If Jade would have won, like that was like the thing. Like she's definitely going to cash in on Jade. That's how she's going to get her revenge back. She did a 180. This makes so much sense. She's going to be on Raw now. Frey keeps the character fresh. His name. So it was a great time and great vibe for her. So I'm very, very happy for Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi now 3-time women's world champion. Go down her stats. She's also been a 2-time women's tag champion, 1-time TNA Knockouts champion, 2-time SmackDown women's champion. Like, listen,
Andre the Battle, or what's not the Andre the Battle? What's it called?
Fabulous Moolah, and they cut that name real quick.
They cut that name real quick, but yeah. She won that too. Even though that don't mean much, but still, she won it.
Right. Yeah, listen.
Like, she's legit. I comment. This guy follow on social media. He does a wrestling thing. Actually, the guy we had on the show months back, the young kid from India.
The Belt Records. Yeah.
Belt Records. Shout out to Belt Records. Yeah. He posted her up, and I was like, she's a legit Hall of Famer. And somebody commented, was like it said how. I said, what you mean how? She's a 4-time world champion. She's done more than most of the women in women's wrestling history. It's like this. It's like then this other guy start breaking down her accolades just like you did. He was like, if this is not a Hall of Fame career, what the hell are you like? Why are you even watching wrestling?
Right.
She legit stamped now as a Hall of Famer. Like, she is. Like, come on, freaking Tori Wilson's a Hall of Famer. Like, no disrespect, but if Tori Wilson's a Hall of Famer, Naomi's a damn for sure a Hall of Famer.
Naomi's first ballot.
First ballot.
Shout out to Pranjal too.
She was a funkadactyl, ladies and gentlemen.
Right? Yeah,
she was a funkadactyl.
She started in the mud.
Yeah,
and boy, worked her way up. So.
And shout out to all the women. I hope they don't wait another 7 years to do another Evolution, because that pay-per-view was great. And
gotta say, yeah,
how stacked they are with the
women. Goldberg talking about no promotion. This thing ain't getting no damn promotion, and they tore the house down. They took what they had and made it something special. They didn't bitch and complain. and talk about time restraints and all that build up stuff. They just went out there and showed out, and this is what we got. Shout out to the ladies, killing it as always.
Goldberg with it. They had 2 hours. It's all right. I'll talk about it in 2 weeks.
Well, guess what? Well, guess what? Goldberg, they actually can do drop kicks also. Like
Right.
this. So shut up.
Right, right. And also this past Monday, we had Goldberg, but we did have Roman Reigns return to Raw, making a save for both Jey Uso and look like CM Punk to a
That
certain
is bad.
extent.
That is
Although he
Best.
he ain't pick him up, but he did help out to a certain extent. But you know, based on with everything that's transpired with Seth Rollins going down, WWE of course always A1 with the pivot and had Roman return and hey close out the show in Alabama pretty dope. It was actually a pretty decent Raw. Shockingly, looking back at it, I was like, damn, it was only 4 matches, but looking at the nature of each match, I was like, okay, makes sense why it was what it was. But gentlemen, y'all thoughts on Roman Reigns returning? And I'm suspecting that we'll probably be getting a Roman J Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson at SummerSlam. What y'all think?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's definitely what it seems like it's leaning to. Uh, there's a two day event. Like I said, you can't put everybody on the cards, but it makes sense. Jey Uso super over, one of the hottest baby faces in the business right now. Roman Reigns, that pop he got was, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like that was especially. I don't know the wrestling markets like all that well, but I know Alabama isn't the biggest wrestling market far as hot live crowds from what I've seen in the past.
Ah,
But when Roman came out, that narrative went away
Mhm.
instantly because the way people reacted, you thought like sorry to use this, but it was like the second coming of Jesus. It was like people were legit lost they ish, and he's like when his music hit, came down, saved his cousin, and kind of CM Punk. Like it was needed. It shows that at any given time. And once again, this the fact that he's a part timer and people don't get to see him that often
Yeah.
gives him just makes his aura even bigger. So when you do see him, it's like a special event. It's not just a regular thing. We see him every week. Now we're like, holy shit, we realize how much we've missed him and like enjoy when he's around. So I give him the credit for that. And like I said, it's going to be good when they face Braun Breaker and I'm drawing a blank. What's my other man? My other guy,
Bronson.
Bronson Reed. Just spoiler: Bronson Reed is definitely going to take the pin because that's what he's there for in that group. Unfortunately, what was his name? But it's going to be a decent match. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be two guys. It'll be guys just like knocking the hell out of each other. I hope Jay is going to be okay when it's all said and done because Jay's in shape guy, but he ain't being the big boy like Bronson and Braun and Roman is. So it's gonna be interesting. But he's gonna bring the energy. He's gonna bring the vibes. It's gonna be a decent match when it happens. So like I can't wait to see it. And so shout out to the Tribal Chief. It was nice. OTC won.
One.
uh,
About to say TC2 got locked up tonight. Anybody watch SmackDown?
oh, did he?
Yeah. They tried to stage. You ain't see it? They
No.
they tried to stage an accident where it was Jacob Fatu that ran into the family, but it was really staged by Solo. So
Oh,
so Jacob got hauled away by the cops, but then they brought him back to the arena after they reviewed the footage and learned that it wasn't him. So he came
wow.
back. He came back and pretty much dismantled everyone from the family tree now. But real quick, actually, since we were talking about that, do got a quick updated lineup of what SummerSlam is looking like. I thought I had it somewhere on here, but I guess I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Oops, my bad. So
Hmm.
I'll pull it up momentarily, but let's just jump right into Slammiversary.
I know. Hold
But
on,
Before we
for
Rich.
do that, I just want
oh,
to say
my
Rich.
one
fault.
thing.
Oh yeah, my fault, Rich. I totally forgot about you. My bad.
No, that's all right. I was quiet over here, so I can see that. I love the reaction Roman Reigns get. I mean, just the presence of him is just amazing, and the fact that he was gone for a period of time, the crowd went crazy. I like the matchup. You have Jay, who's over, Roman Reigns, and you got these two younger talents that you're trying to push. I think it does a great job being in the ring with them. It gives them a great rub. So I'm all for it. I'm happy about it. And Jacob Fatu, I mean, I just want to touch on him real quick because I mean that guy. Did you see the reaction when he returned?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They went crazy. I mean, he is doing and shout out to WWE giving him the form to do it. He's showing everything that he could do. He's showcasing his abilities, his in-ring work, his promo skills, everything. I mean, we knew how good he was. We
Yeah.
saw him
Oh yeah.
at MLW and in Philly, but now I'm happy that the whole world can see it.
Yeah, if Jacob, I say, even though I got Braun winning the Royal Rumble, if it ain't Braun, it's Jacob. And if Jacob doesn't win the Royal Rumble, he's definitely winning the Chamber.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Like you see the writing on the wall with certain people.
Right. Right. Yeah. So as of tonight, this is what the SummerSlam lineup is looking like. We all know, of course, the obvious with Cena, Rhodes, Gunther, Punk. We got Lyra and Becky,
That is
triple
not
threat
CM Punk.
match. That's
Who the
CM
hell is
Punk.
that?
Actually, that doesn't look like him. It is
That
him.
is
The
not
Yeah, that's
CM
him.
Punk.
doesn't look like him.
I know
Yeah,
it's
that's
him, but
him.
that's not him.
Yeah, that's the
They're like a
edits.
they're like a mix of Randy Orton and Bobby Fish.
Oh gosh, stop it. It's AI.
I just say that is not
Everything's
CM.
everything's AI now. So
Like, look at that face. That is not CM Punk. Jesus.
Definitely not.
Tiffany Stratton against Jade. Then we got the tag team match with Judgment Day going up against Charlotte and Alexa. And then we got, the celebrity match with Orton, Jelly Roll, and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And announced tonight, Solo and Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship in a steel cage match. So
Nice.
yeah, so what's the name?
So
SummerSlam
far,
starting to
so good.
starting to shape up finally. Cause right
Yeah, but
at
to say it's
first,
2 weeks away.
yeah, I'm like, ew, like is this happening?
Yeah.
Like not really announcing anything, but um and finally, with pro wrestling going on this weekend, the biggest show over the weekend is one TNA Wrestling Slammiversary going down on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 Pacific. Man, when I tell you this is actually a star-studded show too. That's going down this weekend. Got the System and Cardona going up against Dark State from NXT. Tessa Blanchard going up against Indy Hartwell. We also got Cedric Alexander going up against Musa Ali with Order 4. We also have the TNA X Division Championship going down with Moose defending against Leon Slater. Then we also got the 4-way tag team match with the Rascals. Oops, sorry, and beat me before I got to it. Pause. We got with the Rascals, with the Nemeth defending the title against the Rascals and the Hardys, and against my guy AJ Francis and Casey Navarra, first class. If you know, you know. Hopefully they get the titles at the event. My folks. Also the Hardys, my folks too. But title versus title.
Gonna be a good one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Honestly, this is probably the match that I'm actually looking
I
forward
just say
to
this
tonight.
is interesting.
Me,
This is the
me
one.
too. This I'm curious to see what happens here and where this goes.
Yeah.
This is definitely something I'm interested in.
I got Masha winning. If y'all want to do a quick prediction on this
So
one, actually,
I thought Masha was going to win, but the way NXT ended with Masha holding the two belts and
yeah,
pinning Shane, I'm not 100% sure they're going to go that route now. I would
Yeah, so
think it would make sense,
I
but
just say I'm actually going with Jane. Like I think they're going to give it to her because there's certain people who need to rub a little bit more, and Masha's to me is already solidified, and like she don't need it. like this Jane does, and this will like bring more eyes to her and more credibility to her. So
Yeah.
I'm going with Jane on this one actually.
I
See, the only reason I see, I read it, I see what y'all saying, but for what y'all saying, if it does happen, that means, well, I actually think Trick gonna lose.
he is.
I don't want to
Yeah,
jump to it, but I feel like I can't see them having two NXT talent holding on to the TNA
I
titles.
I
exactly.
I agree. I think this match is going to be telling of the championship match. So I
Yeah.
think that if you have Jane win, then Trick's definitely losing. I
Yeah,
can't see you having the women's knockout champion and the world championship on NXT. I just can't see that.
Right, right. But your
my
boy
boy,
Chris,
my
man,
boy.
I got a bold prediction with this. I don't know if y'all saw my Twitter earlier today, but I got a bold prediction with this.
What is that?
So earlier, I had put out there in a tweet. I said, "Hey," I ain't just say "Hey," but I said, "Hold on, pulling it up now, just so I can have it here." I said, "Okay." I said, "Biggest night for TNA wrestling. AJ Styles returns. Why not have Dominic Mysterio pull up to ruin the Phenomenal One's night?"
Hmm.
That could happen
Yeah,
because what's the point of AJ? Like, yeah, that would probably what happen. Like, more likely that would happen.
yeah.
Gives them more ammo for when they face each other at SummerSlam because you know they're going to face each other at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, though, Adam Pierce can be like, you're hurt, but you were at TNA giving AJ hell. It seemed like you look very nimble and mobile out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, but no, it's still dope to see him actually back in a TNA ring. You know, it's been a long time. You know what I mean, since he's actually stepped in one. I mean, hopefully he don't be confused because it's no longer the 6-sided ring. Last
Yeah,
time he's been in it, you
He's gonna be
know,
like, wait, what?
like what is this?
The hell is
what
this?
is this?
What is
Like
this?
regular
This
ropes?
right?
What's his
This
name? But no,
he's
last time
he's
he was in it, they had the regular 4-sided
Yeah,
ring.
they
yeah
had the blue. I'm
yeah they did
joking.
they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but no, good to see him returning. And then finally, we got the TNA World Championship with Trick Williams defending the title against Joe Hendry and Mike Santana. I'm actually rolling with Santana on this one. Like Santana, he's been cooking
Mhm.
over the last year. And I think this is his time. Like this is it. He about to get his just due. So I got Mike Santana winning a TNA World Championship.
Yeah, I got Mike Santana also winning this. Like I said, it's just because, like I said, he's been on crazy streak, right? Crazy run right now. He's coming to his own. Like he put in the work for everything, get his mental, his body, everything into tip top form for this moment. Like I said, and it's just the beginning. He's still got a lot to go, but like this is to me his time. Joe Henry is Joe Henry at this point. He doesn't need the title back. His name, so like, and we all know eventually he's going to WWE anyway. What's his name? What's his name? But yeah, so Mike Santana should definitely be the guy. And Trick, he did what he's supposed to do with this title. Get more eyes on the product.
Yeah,
While also bigging him up some more. So when he makes his main roster debut, because he's going to the main roster soon too. So it's doing everything it's supposed to do. You know, in this storyline.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude's fly in my house is driving me nuts now.
Oh gosh. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm going to echo what Chris said too. I completely agree. I'm going to go with the sweep. I think Santana is going to win it, given where the location of it is,
hmm
the fact that he's putting in the work, and again, these other two, WWE's got plans with them. I think this is the perfect time to put the title on Santana. So I'm going to go with both of y'all and say clean sweep, Mike Santana.
yeah,
And Rich
yeah.
will be in the building.
I will.
Yeah, definitely get the footage. You
I
know
will.
what I mean?
So actually, if it's cool, us on Turnbuckle Times are actually planning on doing like a pre-show type thing.
Okay.
Scott and I are both going to the show, and we're kind of doing something from the like before we get into the arena, and then kind of grab some footage or whatever. But yeah, we'll be covering it as live as
Nice.
we can because TNA has certain restrictions because now the WWE they don't want you
Oh yeah.
filming and doing
Mhm.
certain things. So whatever we can get, we'll get.
Right. I'm about to say, depending on my time frame, I'll keep you posted. You know what I mean? Maybe work the board and host before the show starts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I keep you posted. Keep you posted.
absolutely.
So,
Cool.
but yeah, but no, definitely a dope show. You know what I mean? If anyone's looking for any pro wrestling this weekend, definitely TNA is where it's at. Slammiversary going down 8 o'clock, and also can't not forget they do got pre-show going on with the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship with the Elegance brand going up against the Inspiration. And another match I'm also looking forward to that was
It's gonna
just
be
announced
good.
this week. Yeah. With
Mhm.
Jake Something, Steve Macklin, and Mance Warner going up against the fourth row members of Real One, Zilla Fatu, and Josh Bishop. For those not familiar with the fourth rope, that is the promotion started by One West Side Gun, affiliated with Smoke Dizza, and they also got a bit of branding with TNA too, as far as like on the production side of things. So it's literally the same people that's running TNA got their hands in the fourth rope. But shout out to West Side Gun, Dizza getting the brand up and going over the last about year 2 years now. They've been running heavy across the country. So, but yeah, good deal for Zilla, Real One, as well as Josh Bishop
I'm,
too. We've been seeing Josh Bishop, coming up.
I'm actually surprised this is on the countdown. This could be on the card, the main card, man. This is
Yeah,
a
it should have been on
crazy
the main
big
card, to
tag
be
match.
I
honest.
thought it was on the main card. Yeah, same,
Yeah,
same. But yeah, no, you know what I mean. Shout out to the guys. You know what I mean, getting their plate. Shout out to Mance too, man. Like shout out to Mance. You know what I mean, getting his just doing TNA. Like I like it.
Yeah,
Definitely like it.
yeah. I was worried about him at first. His debut was lukewarm as hell. I was like, people don't know
Yeah.
him. Just like people don't know him. And it was like, but he's slowly turning around. So that's
Right.
what's
Right. Yeah, man. So definitely good card. Good wrestling for the weekend. And also too, not for nothing, can't forget GCW got the Coney Island show going on tomorrow. You know what I mean? For those, I'm not sure what the ticket availability is if it ain't sold out by now, but definitely check out GCW Wrestling social media platforms for tickets and what's available. But yeah, man, it's been a really good week of pro wrestling. I must say, I've been really excited as far as like day by day with the programming because it was like dealing with what we had on last Saturday and Sunday. So when Monday came around, I'm like, all right, which I got Raw, all right, what you got NXT, all right, what you got Dynamite, all right, what you got
mm,
TNA, all right, what you doing tonight SmackDown, like everything has been relatively solid. So shout out to everyone. Hopefully, if Seth is legit injured, healthy recovery, get you back soon, and hopefully get to see you cash that briefcase in, um, at least prior to Mania. But I mean, speculation. I think we're all thinking that it could be at SummerSlam, but
3 weeks,
yeah, we'll see. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. My bad.
two weeks now. So, but all right, gentlemen, we are at the 2 hour and 18 minute mark. God damn. Goodness gracious. What a
Talking a
show.
bunch of nothing.
What a show. Definitely. I mean, honestly, if there's ever a show that had everything under the sun, this might have been it. I
definitely.
mean, wrestling, football, Rod Stewart, Black Sabbath, Kiss,
Yeah,
Ozzy Osbourne,
we hit music, football,
right?
wrestling. We hit it all.
Wu Tang,
Yeah,
Super Bowl rings,
yeah.
old old vintage times at the Civic Center and the Spectrum. Like, yeah, this show literally had everything under the sun, but it was great. Really, really, really good. I could talk about it even longer, but I won't because I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
Brother tired. We tired. So, but on a programming note, stay tuned for additional details and development because, as we all know, we are hitting. I mean, technically, we are at the mid portion of the month, so we're starting to get to the end of July, which means we are at our quarterly state of the promotion series. So, this is actually the perfect time, especially with TNA Slammiversary coming up on Sunday, and we already have had um, AEW All In, and we kind of have an idea what's going into SummerSlam in a couple of weeks. So we kind of got a little bit of familiarity where we're going into the third and fourth quarter of the year. It's like, damn, we are already there. So yeah, so we're gonna start planning on that. What else we got? Then we got the big SummerSlam show, and just give me what's going on with AEW. They do got their residency allegedly coming up here relatively soon in the area in Philly. So more details to come on that, and just keep pushing. You know what I mean with that turnbuckle talk. So gentlemen, before we get out of here, anything else before we kick out?
Nah, shout out to everybody tapping in with us. Appreciate y'all hanging on. We know it's late as hell, but if the conversation is interesting, probably felt like it was only 20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. For you, Chris, it was only 7 minutes. So, no. All right, gentlemen. This was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Rich Michaels, Mr. Moyofe Chris Wilson. I am Politica Hawk, and we'll holler at y'all next weekend. Till then,